Oh, is my stream lagging on your guys' end? Hang on, let me double check on that, because I did see OBS freeze up a fair bit there. Give me a second. Oh, I'll see what happens. Hold up, there we go. Alright, looks fine. Bit. Alright, beautiful. Yo, how's it going, everyone? Welcome in. Hope you all are doing this fine evening, wherever you may be. Drift with another gifted. I did update the Beyond spoilers, by the way, so I'm hoping that is up to correct information, up to before that gifted from Drift Drag there. We'll need to double check the member milestones, but I'm pretty sure I got Quokka and Tail Taggers, but I did screenshot, so I'll double check on that in a little bit. Alright. And it goes to 6 pies. Let's go. So today, guys, we are doing creative maps. The first 2 hours will be on ABC's maps to give people a good perspective to help out with your creative maps, whether it's on Fall Guys or different. It's like kind of like a map creators discussion type of situation. So feel free to like give ABC feedback, talk about like tips and tricks, maybe ask ABC questions about his maps, and then the last hour of the stream, we're gonna do your guys' creative maps, and then we'll give you guys feedback and our information. So let's go. Revs, Gamu, welcome in. Rebecca, what we're gonna play? Just like I said, Fall Guys customs. First 2 hours will be ABC's creative maps, and the last hour will be your creative maps. So hopefully in a minute, Nightbot does pop on in with the queue. A lot of good ones. All right. We'll see how much people submit maps later on, but I will open the queue once Nightbot gets in. But anyways, without further ado, let me just... There we go. All right, I've unmuted ABC. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, yeah, I'm ABC, and today we're playing my maps for the first 2 hours, and then the community's maps for the next hour.
All right, nice. You don't use that, Rebecca. So, you got to use !join space followed by your level, like your level code. You got to submit one at a time. So yeah, like when I mean one at a time, I mean like once you're in the queue, you won't be able to like remove yourself until I do, type of situation. That's what I recently did in my Little Leapers remake. Oh, I'm keen. So yeah, just one at a time, guys, for the queue. I forgot this channel. Yeah, I haven't done Fall Guys in a while.
I haven't been on in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think the mod made the wrong call there, Rebecca. I undid it. There you go. So yeah, join with the code like what Drift Drag did there. Let's go. Alright, as ABC requested, and I did get the recommendation, but I don't think he heard that part, we're going to be doing a random map of his, spun by the wheel, for the first 2 hours, so we don't know what exactly maps of his we're going to do, and we're going to find out ourselves right here, right now. So if you guys like to join in, your lobby code is ENPNV. I haven't heard lobby code like that for a while. Will ABC be joining us? Yes, he should. There you go. He is known as user 12068 in game. All right, 4214. Do you know which map this is going to be, ABC?
No.
4214. Oh no.
That's the best part about this though, because I'll never know what maps we're gonna get.
Oh,
and
nice.
I can finally get my full criticisms on myself, and yeah.
Nice. All right. So first map of his is Hexa Stack. Oh, this one I've seen be played a lot in Mosh's streams.
Oh, my first revival.
That's a lot of maps. It is, Glizzy, but we're not going to go through all of them. Just let you know, just about 2 hours worth. I was grinding Lily World Records until I saw you live. Ooh, appreciate Drift. This be a lot of fun. Will any road maps appear? That's a good question, ABC.
I will say this. There is one road map in the wheel.
Oh,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh no. Will I recognize it though? Will I like not the map itself, but the code? Will I recognize the code?
I hope not.
Hope not. Will anyone join in? So anyone else joining on in? Otherwise, we're gonna start it in 10 seconds. If you need more time, let me know now. I'm gonna get right into it. Not the road maps, even. Oh, it's that famous, ABC. Even they don't want it. Appreciate you joining it, Cheesy. Let's go. Watching Fall Guys, I feel like grabbing. Yeah, nah, that's fair enough. Just think of this as like two people yapping. You guys feel free to ask ABC questions as well, because I definitely will be throughout the stream. And yeah, if either ABC will pick it out, or I might read it out to ABC, and we'll see what happens. 10k budget on my Lulu Leapers remake. Time objects for getting the level. Jeez, damn. Giving feedback, but yeah, giving feedback, stuff like that. Because not every... There's like no creator that is perfect out there. Like, there's definitely some that like understand game... like what makes game mechanics fun and stuff more than others. But like, everyone's got different opinions on maps and stuff like that. I can't be there when you crack my map. Oh... All good, Cheesy. Don't worry, man. Lastly, as well, this stream is mid-roll free, so you may get an ad when you load into the stream or back out of the not back out, but like at the very end of the stream when we wrap it up. But you should pretty much be getting no mid-roll ads if you do reload the stream, because I've turned them off. I've turned off like any ads in the middle because I want this to be specifically helping out creators. So yeah. I really like what you've done with the colors on this map with the hexagons, because I do see like a lot of people when they make like hexagon maps, they're like, they don't like try to emphasize and maximize like different colors to give like, what would it say, like that feel like, besides the artistical direction, but like it feels like a gameplay difference. Like right here, the different stacks have like different colors. So you can get like a good idea just by a quick glance how far you might be before one stack, etc, etc.
I also made them into different sizes just to make the difficulty a little bit harder. But other than that, yeah, the colors are there to make the layers clear.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, it gives a clearer indication. That's why I always say like aesthetics, even how small they are, really can make a difference. Like, changing the colors of the hexa stacks is something that's like pretty small for some people, but on a grand scale, the readability of the level becomes a lot clearer. ABC, this is not a question, but next year I want to do a drinking stream, says Glizzy.
Well, actually, I could do one in March, I guess, but I don't know, like, it's been a little demotivating to stream lately because of the game's current state, and I've been trying to think of what content I can do next, but I think I can do one between March or May.
Ooh, that sounds good. I think Glizzy was saying he's going to do a drinking stream sometime middle to late next year. I'm keen for hearing about that. Glizzy getting dizzy. Love to see it. Rev says, no question. Just, can I join at this hour? That's all good, Revs. Appreciate being here, man. Let's go. Gabby's criticism is that the rubber chickens can feel pretty tedious on this map.
I will say, the rubber chickens, I added them on the last time I edited this map because I noticed that every time we were doing Hexastack, it either take too long to eliminate someone or too fast to eliminate someone. So I had the rubber chickens to make it consistent as far as the time goes. But I don't know. I didn't know what else to add other than the rubber chickens.
Ooh. If you could rebalance the rubber chickens, like as a tour for thought right now, what would be on your mind? Like maybe if you want me to give some examples, like reduction of chicken power-ups, maybe less uses per chicken power-up, or less that spawn on in.
I could make the cooldown a little longer, or I can just make all of them just one at a time.
Ooh, yeah, nah, that sounds good. Let's go, Rebecca, with the dub. Nice, mate. You guys like to join in? Your lobby code is ENPNV. You're welcome here, Quokka. Rev's appearing wherever I am. It do be like that. I remember one time, I'll appear in people's streams and I'll see Lime Moon there, and I'm like, wow, let's go. It was awesome. Appreciate it, Rebecca. Alright, time to spin for another level of ABCs. What are we going to get this time? What? Oh, I was meant to remove that. Well, if we get that same one, I'll make sure to remove it from the wheel. Alright, 7135. I can't really read this on this finger here. Alright, 6413. 2022. Damn, that's gonna be 4 years ago soon.
Oh my gosh.
Jungle Blast. Ooh, this sounds familiar.
Ooh,
but
this is. I think this is one of my best maps.
One of your best maps. Oh, guys, get those questions ready on this one then. Dodge or launch from the cannons and race to the finish line. I think I remember this one. I think I do, but we'll see what happens. If there's still some memory left or any bugs, a quick fix should make the map feel a bit more balanced.
Yeah, I think that could work, yeah.
My best map, Rubik's Rotation. I like that one. That's how my Rubik's Cube map is kind of like a bit how you going at the moment. Like, it's quite broken. Not just the timer, just in general. Because, like, it was good, and then I don't know what they did to rotation controller, but it became clearly unoptimized.
I heard that they removed the option where you could, like, make the rotation control turn on or off whenever, let's say, a fan is being plugged in. So, basically, when the fan is in the rotation control, usually there'd be an option where you can make it turn on during its movement, but apparently now you need a button for it to turn on.
Yeah, and you know what the worst part about that is? You can't do that with the Boom Blasters as well. So the Boom Blasters I had on the start delay are unable to be start delayed. They're literally on straight away, which really makes it difficult from the get-go.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah, it really, like, I don't know, if it's a glitch, it's a glitch, I get it, but, like, the fact that that glitch pops up in one of the last updates, it really ruins a bit of the balancing of that map. Alright, good. I remember this map. I remember this. This was a nice, chill adventure type of map for me. I think I remember saying at the time this was made, this was probably one of my favorite, like, decorated maps from ABC. Like, the amount of time it took on this must have been really extravagant.
So, a little on that, actually. This is actually the map I took the shortest time to make. 5 days. But
5 days.
The catch is, every day I spent 8 hours trying to perfect everything. Because the cannon's rather bugged, or I just need to add more decorations.
Yeah, I get you on that. Yo, how you doing, lineman? Welcome in. Alright. Nah, this map is amazing. I love just the decorations that took into that. And I remember the first time I played this, there's definitely some differences to the last time I played. I don't remember all the differences. I think, like, especially when the budget increase happened by an extra 500, I think you had, like, the cannon design down there, which was really nice. But, yeah. Yeah, I love how this looks. Those balls definitely, there's definitely a lot down there at the moment. I don't even know how that's happening, actually. Wait, what? Wait, where's that happening? Hold up. Oh, there's a cannon up above, really high above. I didn't even notice that. Jeez.
Yeah, so basically, I did that. So basically, when the budget increase happened, I kind of added a bridge before that slice. And whenever you touch a certain trigger, that bridge would also break, causing more cannonballs to be on the slide.
Ah, nice. Good morning, Alignment. 8 hours a day, yeah. I probably spent around that amount of time, maybe on like a certain day on certain maps. My longest map that took me to make was probably the... Ooh. I know this is all know about me, but this is in relation with ABC, with how long it took his map. Probably for me, it took like almost like a few weeks, but if we're talking about the amount of time I actually spent on it, probably about 2 full days worth. and that was Four Guys Wrestling revamped because of how much detail added to that map. Really, it took me a long while. Like those like two small beans, like the small pixel and mosh bean, that took me probably about 6 hours in total to make those two because I wanted to make it as perfect as possible. Realistically, I probably spent 2 hours like chilling the music on that, not really working on it. But yeah, I did some revamping on those. Anyways, not about me anymore, but I get ABC's point of view when it takes maps forever. Tell them that it could be a Unity map. That's what Rebecca says about that map. It could be something you see in Unity. Let's go. That's like always like one of my favorite compliments. It's like, whoa, this could be in regular rotation. First,
I will say though, a lot of community maps these days are way better than Mediatonic creative maps.
Oh, that's a hard agree. Honestly, I full on agree with that. Like, there are some communities I've made maps way later that I do say are really good, but it was about the average Mediatonic map. Yeah. All right, 3,301. That was really good, says Gumnut. W, mate. That's at what PC. I'm playing on my laptop, and I like not playing my laptop. I'm not playing my laptop. I'm streaming off my laptop, playing off my Xbox with a capture card. My laptop specs are pretty bad. Like I barely stream at 50 frames, 1080p. But fortunately, it like ramps it up to like 60 frames. But it depends what I stream. I made paper claws because I was bored. Let's go, milkshake. And yeah, welcome in, Asher. Hope you are doing well. All right. Let me get this code in and then we'll get started. If anyone needs more time to join, please let me know. Your lobby code is PNPN. So ENPNV. My apologies. I guess while we are putting this map code in, what would you... maybe I'll save this question towards the end, actually. What else could I ask? There's something I did want to ask something, but I might wait till like the last hour of playing your maps. What creators would you say inspired you on? It could be a specific map or just in general.
Well,
or if you don't know the creators or the map names, are you able to describe the map?
Well, I don't know any particular map I was inspired by, but there is one creator I was inspired to make maps in the first place, and that being Dr. Pepsi.
Nice. Yeah, Dr. Pepsi's maps, whew, they're so good. This should be all about user 12068, not about ads, says Asher. I'm sorry, I had to talk about a moment where I can relate with ABC with long map makings. Do you need a capture card to stream on YouTube? If you're streaming off if you're playing off your Xbox or Nintendo Switch, yes you do. PlayStation, you can stream directly from there. But yeah, it's Xbox, you can stream directly to Twitch though. Nintendo, I have no idea, to be honest. I'll probably answer the Geo concept ones probably on a different stream, Glizzy, because I do want to try to focus a little bit more on this being ABC's spotlight, not my spotlight. You guys understand? So I'm happy to help out Drip Jack with the streaming, especially with how much gifted he's done. But yeah, I want to try to make this a little bit more focused on ABC, not myself. And that's even before Asher said that. I was just thinking about that. Wets and Ray. Ooh. I don't know if I played this one. I don't know if I played this one.
This was the latest one I've made.
Nice. We did, I think. Or if we've played this on my streams, I will say. Maybe we've only played it once and I don't remember. Because, yeah, it's probably been a long while. Oh, I like what you did with those, that cannon at the beginning.
Oh, one of the balls got stuck, damn.
Nice. Yeah, I like what you've done with the balls here, because, like, it's not coming from a cannon. It's actually, like, its own thing. Stream ends when we get a roadmap. That would be... That's actually... I could see that happening. Like, if you feel like...
That kind of sounds like a good idea.
Honestly, how about this? If you are doing a drinking stream early next year, you should do, like, creative maps from, like, the wheel or so that people, like, suggest in. But if you get a roadmap, you have to take a shot.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Like, people, like, you put your own roadmap or maps, people submit their maps for the wheel, and every time you get a roadmap, you have to drink, because, yeah, that'd be good. That could be, like, a good take on from, like, a custom games version of your, what was it, the, Explore one? Because that was a lot of fun. I loved watching that one, I'm not gonna lie. So I remember talking to Bosch about that some days after that stream. So I was like, oh, mate, you missed... I was like to him, oh, mate, you missed out. It was such a fun stream to watch.
I remember going to bed that night, having a huge headache.
Oh, a huge headache? Oh, no. Well, I don't have OBS, so I can't do a wheel. I mean, you could still do a wheel. You just might not be able to show it on screen. Though, that's the thing. Because sometimes I do a random number generator and I'm not able to show it on screen, you know? Alright, I need to hide the time zone at the bottom left because, yeah, I need the GPU to not be that bad. There we go. I don't mind the subscriber count being there on the bottom right, but yeah. Trust issues. Phasmophobia, if the ghost is a mare, I end strip. Nah. That'll be pretty funny, but I've got an idea for something like that where if I get a repeat ghost, I end the stream. Because then, at least then, I know it could be like literally an hour or 5 hours. I was definitely wet in this race. Oh, really, Asher, mate?
I was dry on this race.
I was like right in the middle. Just a little bit of a shower. Hey, Jaden, welcome in. Last time I got member was this time last year. Dang, Jaden. Might have to turn off and turn on gifting again. Because during the 24-hour stream, we had so much gifted that YouTube could not gift anyone. So, I would definitely recommend, guys, if you're not a member right now or have a hard time getting a member here, I'll make sure Nightbot does drop the link. Turn on gifting. If you got it on, turn it off and turn it back on. Because that seems to help people out. Yeah, nah, fair enough, Glizzy. I getcha. I don't experience it on this game, but yeah, the disconnects. Bloody hell. What did Asher say there? Anyways, this isn't the shrimp stream. This is the user stream. So what map I'm gonna get? Oh yeah, by the way, guys, during the last hour of the stream, so in about an hour and a half, we'll start it. We'll be playing your guys' maps. Me and ABC will be giving feedback and stuff like that. So if you want to submit a map, do !join space followed by your map code. I will make sure to change the pin message in an hour for that. But if anyone wants to do early dibs on that, make sure you do that.
This code looks oddly familiar.
I feel like I recognize this code. It's
I don't
a nice
know.
code. The slime escalator. Ooh,
Okay,
let's go. No, I didn't think that was
that was actually the roadmap we said.
Yeah, we'll wait for you, Rebecca. Don't worry. I could tell ABC loves shrimp on the Barbie. That's a bad question, ABC. Not ABC, Asher. ABCG. ABCG, I'll tell you.
Well, as an American, I can confirm it is shrimp on the Barbie, not prawn on the Barbie.
Yeah, you know what? You being USA, that makes sense. But Asher, not being the USA, it does not make sense. Let's go, gum nuts. Yeah, I haven't done a Fall Guys stream in like a few weeks. The last one I did was unlisted because I didn't want to severely affect the channel's reach. I had to delete a certain hashtag from it, and that's definitely helped out quite a bit. Exactly, told you. Yeah, so not directly, like as in from the Xbox directly, but from your laptop, yes. So how a capture card works Usually on the port, generally, it's 2 HDMI ports and a USB-C port. The USB-C port is directly to your laptop. The 2 HDMI ports are for one your console and the other for the TV. Or whatever else uses HDMI port. I love this map, by the way, guys. This take on like a slime climb, slime scraper. Honestly, it feels more like a slime scraper with this vibe. I really do enjoy it. So I've got a question here. For this map in particular, would you have felt more inspired by Slime Climb or Slime Scraper?
Slime Scraper.
Slime Scraper? Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a part where I literally kind of took it from Slime Scraper, and it's basically the one where the conveyor switch.
Nice. So yeah, I saw that part down there with the beam barriers too, and I don't know if I was punching up. Yeah, nice. I'm gonna ball my face. Ow. Ow, not again.
Is Asher shrimp chips?
Maybe. Maybe.
I got a feeling that's him.
Yeah, I was in the stream, he changed it in. I'm pretty sure it was a 24-hour one, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. If it was, I don't remember. That was the last time I did Fall Guys. I think I played a little bit in one of... I think Diet. Yeah, I think it was Diet's birthday stream. That was the last one I played a little bit in. Nice. Oh yeah, I played this map in Waddell's stream. Yeah, nice. He plays a fair bit of a few of my maps on repeat. Bloody oath. Like to see it. Looks like Slime Scraper by Creative, says Rebecca. Yeah, that's why I asked for the inspiration there. Because, like, I had an idea, but just in case, you know, might be a different answer. I don't watch 24-hour streams, but I'll try. Nah, look. I just expect people to watch 24-hour streams, you know. But I getcha. Does anyone else have any questions, by the way, for ABC, what's in this particular map? Being a creator in general? Stuff like that? Because, yeah, feel I'm free. Think I'm making a slime climb, slime scraper type of map. Should do one next year. Ooh, okay. And guys, where's Gabby? Can Gabby say creator advantage, please? Oh. What am I do with the wheel? Because this is like, yo, forgot to keep yoking in. What am I do? Because I am noticing the stream like kind of like slow down in certain parts. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like make sure the wheel like disappears and reappears from time to time. So there we go. Alright, beautiful. Alright guys, if you'd like to join on in, ENPNV, if you'd like to join on in.
Gabby had to wait for that moment.
Map creator advantage, let's go Gabby. I think I'm focusing on Fall Guys, this holiday theme map. Yeah. If I was to make a theme map, I'll make a, like, for this season, I'll make a, beach map. Because, I don't want to make it more about me, but the heat wave 2 days ago was so bad. I literally felt the heat in my eyes. Like, it was that bad. Too easy, Drift. Alright, what's the next map? Oh, I've actually got a fun question for this one that just popped on my mind. What would you think is your most changed map? Like, from when you first uploaded it to now? And when I mean most changed, of course, like how different it is, whether it's aesthetically, gameplay, etc.
Ooh, that's sort of a hard question, actually. But there is 2 maps in mind where I think I've made the most changes are. That being Rolling Rift and Looping Heights.
Ooh, alright. What would... If you remember off the top of your head, what would be the main or biggest changes to those 2 maps you mentioned?
So as for Looping
Heights... Did you say Looping Heights?
Yes.
Oh, guess what map we got?
No
we got
way.
Looping Heights! Oh my days! Well, we have to find out. Maybe we talk about Looping Heights first while we load into this.
Alright, but, okay. I'm going to say this about Rolling Rift, though. I've
Like,
made 9 changes as far as gameplay for that map.
Was this a Chat GPT map? Says Glizzy.
Oh yeah, I remember putting something about Chat GPT in the description a long time ago.
I'm trying to make a Ooh. I'm thinking of trying to make a crane map, but I have bad stick drift at the moment. Says Live Moon. Ooh, quick question. Do you or your map? Have you ever made a map using or like with the help with the addition of a controller? Or on PC? Like, have you been making all the maps with a keyboard, or have something or been made with like using a controller?
So the only map, as far as I'm aware, I've used controller on was, I think, Digital Promenade. But that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, talk about my perspective. If I'm just making on console, obviously I'm just using a controller. If I play on PC, I usually do like 50-50 actually, because I can like have one hand on the keyboard or mouse wherever necessary, and the other on the controller, mainly for like turning around optimally. Or in the case of like using Creative Expansion Pack, because that's where the majority of it does come from. But even times where I've done without need of it on PC back in the day. But yeah, it was just helpful just like getting my particular like zoom and looking around. Alright, yeah, back to the question of looping heights. What are your like major changes here, would you say, compared to when you first uploaded it?
First of all, the skybox, I've changed it to the festival. And then the second change was the buildings in the background. And then I think I only made one more change after, and I think it's the first loop, or after the first loop, where I needed to change the punching gloves because of the new budget and stuff.
Nice. I've just noticed, if you look down here where I'm facing like my character, if you look at the conveyor belts, they look like they've been overlapped. Was that an oversight, or was there like an intentional... I would assume that's oversight, but was there something intentional? Because I see some of the conveyor belts are overlapped.
Sort of. It's a bit overlooked, yes, but others were definitely intentional.
Yeah, definitely intentional. All right. Beautiful. I try to make beach theme maps, but sadly they get scrapped due to laziness, high budget. Yeah. It's crazy that I have a map code memorized. I used to have a few map codes memorized back in the day. I'll have to like look at the first 4 numbers of some map codes, but there's probably like a few I remember. They're just put in the vaults at the moment. So there's like a spanner in the work on that. I still have a map in the works, never finished it, never will. Yeah, that's like a lot of my maps. Or, you know what? That brought me a good question. What's like a map that you never finished, but like, due to any reason, that you wish you did finish? And when I mean did, I mean as in a map that you haven't worked on like anymore, no plans to, like minimal plans to.
There was this one map, or 2 maps actually. There was supposed to be like a slime factory, kind of like a slime climb sort of map, kind of like a sequel to Slime Escalator sort of. I decided to stop working on it because I don't know, I didn't have a lot of motivation to continue working on it due to the fact that I was trying out the new movement gears, but they were just bugging out so many times. So I kind of just stopped. And then the other map, there was an unnamed forest map I was making, but I kind of stopped on it because the beach update was coming like very soon and I didn't want to fall behind, so
yeah, fair enough.
Stopped on it.
Gentle walkway. Oh, all right. All right, this one, if I remember correctly, is a retake on or remake
of map.
Gentle Gauntlet, right?
Yep.
Oh, mate.
The best map.
Yeah, definitely the best map, honestly. Oh, sheesh. Hey, Amber, welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. Real men play keyboard and mouse. That sounds like something a shrimp would say.
I agree, Asher.
Yeah. See, ABC is a shrimp as well. My ears. Sorry, that was not meant to be that loud, but I guess my limiter is kind of how you're going right now. I'm sorry. That should have been the same volume as like right now talking. Best map ever. Oh, let's go. And yeah, guys, I will try to wait 1 to 2 minutes in the lobby unless we're like having a full-on yapathon. Yeah, just note that the lobby code is in the pin message. So, yeah. Last time Cardabiz played Fall Guys. Yeah, I was actually gonna ask that, and I came around to asking ABC a question on this. Ooh. Do you... Another question. This one probably not relation to, like, maybe give any valuable feedback to other creators, but is there any maps you wish or have ambitions at the moment on remakings or remixing?
Nothing in mind for right now. However, there is one I'm thinking of changing a lot on. And that being Cosmic Shake, which we're going to see later on.
Yep.
And it's primarily because it is under 2,500 budget. And I think the ending is quite bothering to me, sort of. But I don't have much motivation to work on that right now, so...
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, I get the motivation part. Like, I want to really make this particular, like, Exit 8 ambitious type of map and a 1v1 type of map, like in the style of Mosh's Turmoil series as well. So I'm pretty keen to do both of those. Oh, Asher, mate, you should have qualified. Asher, what are you doing back there at the bottom of the screen? Appreciate you, mate. If you guys like to join in, ENPNV is your lobby code. Well, here's one for the... Guess this will help out other creators. If you had to give advice for players that want to remix a map, like as in, like gameplay wise, there's minimal changes. What advice would you give them? Like, so yeah, remix as in yeah, the gameplay has minimal changes, but it changes up like in other ways.
First, I would change the worst part of the map, and then the next thing I'd do is I think decorate it a little more, and then I don't know, like maybe utilize the newer obstacles.
Is that the end of that, by the way?
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Okay, easy. Yeah, I thought you meant to like finish up with something there. That's all good. Yeah, I would add also my tip onto it as well. Like, put your if it's a remix as a minimal gameplay changes. I like the idea of like ramping up or fixing up like the parts that have major problems in the gameplay. What I'll say is like put your aesthetic spin on it, because yeah, if you are like not making 100% like, you know, like one to another, you kind of want to like change up and boast the aesthetics in a way that works best for what you're going for. So like if you're making like a Lily Leapers like remix, for example, instead of make it like a jungle theme or something, maybe give it more like a maybe like a factory theme or something. Like you start outside the factory and you make it way upwards into the factory or something like that. And like the bumpers or not the bumpers, but like the drums could be in design of something that's more metallic. Maybe it could be like moving drum pads, stuff like that. So yeah, I usually when someone like, unless someone's making a one-to-one recreation to it to make it to the T, because you know, people want to remake creative maps, so Unity maps into creative maps. Obviously, Lulu Leapers is probably the best example. That's why I use that. Yeah, if you remix it to give it your own spin, like think of like different ideas. How could I change it? And the best way you could start from is what theme do you want to give it? Ooh, what's it gonna be? 7? Oh, I think this might be it. This one really screams to me.
I don't know. I'm kind of scared about this one too.
Did I write it wrong? Did I write it wrong? 707710027776. Oh, 4. Why did I put 61? Oh, okay, it's the turmoil map. Okay, thank gosh. Speaking about turmoil from before. Only bots qualify, says Asher. Nah, oi, nah, mate. I played this map before, says Lemon. The gentle walkway one, yeah, nah. It's a really nice remake of it. All right, Gabby's in. Good luck. And you guys, if you have questions for ABC, especially in relation to, it can be something simple or a little bit more like needs a digestible answer. Yeah, feel free to ask them. Yeah, you bring up a good point, like in a different way there, Rev. In a different way, like the fact that a number 1 person with points is called Lime Moon when the mission is to the Cheese Moon. Like, yeah, bloody oath. Oh, I noticed a change here. I've noticed that it's raining now. That was not like this before last time I played it.
To answer Lightning's question, by the way, so basically, I guess what kind of started me to make maps is I was kind of watching videos like back in SS4 of how to make maps, sort of. And actually, hold on, maybe it was the other way. So I remember creating my first map, and I thought it sucked so much, so I kind of just gave up on making maps, sort of. And then I was watching a video on like various fan-made Fall Guys map creations, and it kind of got me to keep going. But instead of making hard maps, I'd make like round-based maps, like the ones you see from main shows. And I guess, like I said from before, Dr. Pepsi kind of inspired me to continue. So yeah.
Nice. Ooh, after this round is over, I've got a pretty delicious question that I think would be the perfect time to ask. I've been trying to space out some of my pre-planned questions as well, just so I'm not like overdoing at the beginning, so there's like minimal like general stuff to ask by the end of it. So yeah, after this one, I've got a pretty juicy question. So if you are a map creator that might think your maps are not getting the attention at once, this is the one you want to listen in on. Because I do think this is an area that a lot of map creators really fall in the trap with. Because I think ABC does, like, usually excel in this area.
It's 1v1 now.
Alright, beautiful. Alright, 1v1 ABC, and Lyman goes down. G's ABC.
I thought I was gonna die for a second.
Yeah, I thought you were too. You were about to fall off the conveyor there. How long does your... I might ask this in like a different fashion. What would you say your average map takes, and what would be like your quickest and shortest map that you've released that could currently be played, I should say?
Can you be a little more clear on that, please?
So, combine all your maps together, how long would it take you to make your average map? And then on top of that, what is the longest map it took you to make and the shortest map for you to take?
Alright, so...
That's available to
shortest...
play.
That's available to play... Okay. Shortest, obviously, 5 days. Longest took me about 3 to 4 months. And then the average is between one or 2 months.
Nice. There you go. Yeah, I'll just specify what you can play because obviously you might like make joke maps and stuff like that, or maps that never get released that didn't take you like too long to make and you scrapped out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So this is a question. So creators, listen up because I do think a lot of people struggle with this. So this is my question from here. Before you get people's feedback, what do you utilize to balance the difficulty on the map? Like whether you're looking to make it harder or easier, what would you use to balance difficulty?
Well, you could always if a certain part is either too easy or too hard, I had to remove things to keep the difficulty balanced. Or you can make the first part of the same level easy and make the last part pretty hard, depending on what you're making.
So yeah, I want to add like on top of that, like I would consider like the simple mechanics of Fall Guys, like on the difficulty on that, like you know, speed, jump height, reaction time is probably a good one too. Mechanics used as well, like whether it's like glitches or genuine mechanics, like you know, grabbing players, etc. I would always like look out for that. So maybe like early parts of the level, like could be a lot more forgiving with reaction time. It could be maybe learning how to do a mechanic, like maybe for example wall jumping. You can't like make it like simple so people do understand that. Short and sweet in that regard. And then you from there, once you get players understand like, you know, that when they're good at like, you know, reading the map, reading like how to do a certain mechanic, or oh crap, I lost my train of thought there. Yeah, reaction times, then you can kind of like start with like building up the difficulty from there.
Because I will say, a lot of Fall Guys levels, either the first few, are pretty forgiving as far as when a new mechanic is introduced. Take Mind the Gap, for example. So the first part about the level is literally a breakable platform. It basically shows you that the platforms can be broken. Second part shows you that platforms can also be tilted. At first, it is forgiving because there is another platform that takes you whenever you mess up. But then at the end of the level, since Mind the Gap has more breakable platforms, if you fall on them, you start back from the checkpoint. So that kind of balances difficulty in some sort of way.
Nice. All right, we've got Egg Royale for our next one. So yeah, Gwen has a question here. How you doing, DW? Welcome in, mate. I saw your comment before this started, mate. Keep in mind there is different time zones around the world, man. When you said, bro, this is too early, it's 7 a.m. Keep in mind that that's not everyone's time zone. Like right now, it's 6:50 p.m. for me, and our creator here, it is almost 12 a.m. So yeah, please do keep that in mind when you go to different people's streams. Anyways,
To answer Rev's, can I answer this one?
Yeah, answer Rev's first, and then I'll ask you Rebecca's and Gwen's. I do see your question up there, by the way, Rebecca.
All right, to answer Rev's question, my favorite map creator of all time is Dr. Pepsi. And the maps I truly enjoy from them are the survival ones. I like their survival escape maps. Also, I want to point out some of their race ones too, even their newer ones. I don't remember the names of them, but they were like really good to point out.
All right. I don't know if ABC cut out. I was thinking about his answer.
No. I was ending my answer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then there's a question from Line Moon. My favorite map that I've ever created was Rolling Rift. And the hardest one I've made, I think, was either Slime Riders or actually Slime Escalator 2. So basically all the volcano ones are part of the question.
Yeah, there's another question I want to ask, and this is probably the perfect time to ask after Egg Royale here. Because I think this would be a good one for that's like a newer creator, or might be having like bad luck at the moment with certain modes. To give a bit of hint where I'm going to go with that. I'm trying to find Gwen's question again, my bad. It's a more subjective question for this one. I think actually you might have answered that. Yeah, you answered that with the Dr. Pepsi one, actually. Because it is relation to that.
Oh yeah. Basically, when it's the answer. Yeah, Pepsi.
Oh my cheese, it's the upgraded sort of map. Let's go. Nice. I like the question you guys are bringing, by the way. They're awesome. It's good. This is like going the way I hope it was like intended to go. I'm hoping they do like down the line bring like logic gates into it. All gates, AND gates, inverted, etc. Because on Roblox, there was a certain game I used to play on it. Well, welcome to Roblox building, but in particular Stamper build, which was like an upgraded version of it that had like a lot more gates, and I would make like more complicated obbies. I would make like death runs, etc., etc. on it, and it would benefit really well with Fall Guys. You could kind of make some stuff similar to that on Fall Guys, but it takes a lot more budget. I feel like I don't know if ABC will answer that. I guess I got to ask this: what would be your like when it comes to like buttons, trigger zones, etc.? What would be your most complicated map in that regard?
It could. I think. That's a hard one, actually. If it were to be from the controllers wise, I would once again say slime escalator. But as for the buttons, I'm not too sure on.
Okay, like I would assume you don't have much maps that use like a complicated amount of buttons, correct?
Correct.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, I knew when you asked that question. I think that was like a good question, or something in regards to that, or like what I spun with Jaden there. But yeah, I was like, I don't think ABC uses buttons as much. But yeah, the rotation control was a good point because I don't think I would have brought that up. Alright. If someone asked you... Yeah, this is the question. If someone was like newer to creating maps on Fall Guys, where would you get them to kind of like start? Like, as in what type of map? What to look for? In very simple terms and stuff like that. So like, for example, maybe you might say would prefer, say, a race map for reasons explained.
I would say first, obviously make a race map, and then maybe since if they're new to creative, I would not focus on aesthetics right now. I would have focused on gameplay, and when it comes to gameplay, I think almost every level needs to like have a gimmick, like a primary gimmick, and not blend in like what's off the topic to that map. Like, for example, if you're wanting to make a map about seesaws, that's simple enough. As long as you start, like, let's say make an easy level, but then over time use that same gimmick to make it harder. And you can also make it short and simple for the new players.
Nice. Yeah, no, that's actually some really good advice there. I would have actually not answered it like that too. But I agree with everything that was said there. That was probably like amazing. Yeah. So I was gonna like point on, because this is something I would say if I was ever in a Great Showcase. Start with a race map personally, because I feel like you get like your fundamentals from there.
Yeah, race is definitely the easiest to make. And then points is also, it's kind of easy, but a bit complicated. And I would say the hardest is survival, because the point between there is no end point in survival. You either just get eliminated or not. So you basically have to be careful when it comes to survival.
Yeah. Because I've always gone by this classification between the three. Race is like easy to pick up and easier to master. Survival is easy to pick up but harder to master. And points, if we're talking points as in its intended feature of being, you know, a points-based map, like say like Bubble Trouble, etc. Hard to pick up and hard to master.
I think I can agree on that, yeah.
The odd creator might have a better specialty for like survival and stuff, but yeah. That question was more particular for like the average newer player. Whether they're already a creator or not. Ooh, because we're playing Holiday Heights here. What do you have the most... What type of theme do you have like the most fun making? Or theme, or themes. Okay, if you have like it's too hard to tell type of situation.
Well, my favorite theme to make kind of varies, but I mainly like using scrapyard stuff because I do think it fits Fall Guys pretty well, and I in general really like how it looks.
Nice. Have you made an Above the Clouds map, says Gabby?
No, actually. But I have used clouds for decoration such as snow.
Oh crap, I went into the finish line! I was at the way at the end. I was about to look around. Ooh, alright. Let's go, Lime Moon. And yeah, guys, if you want, feel free, you want to join on in, just to play. If you've got questions, feel free to ask. The lobby code is in the pin message, ENPNV, if you'd like to join on in. So we'll be doing ABC's creative maps for one more hour, and then we'll play your guys' creative maps for the last hour. Do appreciate the 13 likes on the stream, 2 away from the goal. Host advantage. Always. And yeah, if you have a map you want to submit, whether you got the map code now or later, feel free to join the queue. I will update the pin message down the line if necessary. But yeah, there's your lobby code. I feel like I kind of answered that bit with the and or gates type of stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure on that question because, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a little too complicated to talk about.
Yeah, that's why
I'm not sure how the system works that much, so...
Yeah, because that's why I kind of spun a little bit Jaden with what's ABC's most complicated maps when it comes to linking. Because from ABC's maps I've played so far, there isn't much where he uses like buttons or combinations of that. Yeah, wait for you ready, don't worry, mate. Yeah, good.
I guess I can say this though. The reason why I don't like using a lot of buttons, or if not any, is simply because they can be quite buggy to understand. They're quite buggy, and I think they can be quite too hard to understand at times. Well, I'm not saying it's like hard to know what they're doing, but whenever something goes wrong, it can really mess up the level.
Yeah. As someone that has experience with buttons, I can totally agree on that. Yeah, the odd Fall Guys update that breaks a feature or something on it really like bugs me a lot too.
Worst change ever.
Yeah. Do you ever use that dual flipper thingo?
What do you mean? What dual flipper? Like the flippers that just the season 3 flippers, or the balance board? Oh, the thing using... Okay, yeah, I have used it. Slime escalator.
And also, Gentle Walkway has it for a certain section. I do remember Fiends. I do remember Fiends, guys. It just is the most random thing that's remembered.
I actually kind of forgot about that part for a sec.
Yeah, it's like the part where you like go down a bit, and where would have been like the 2 punching gloves at the finish line for the original Gentle like gauntlet. You replace that with going up and around, or the springboard in the middle with the 3 hard pink boxes.
I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship for the balance board because the problem with them is the fact that it's mostly used for co-op levels and the fact that you need a certain block for it to work. And that causes a lot of budget. It's annoying, but as long as you find good use for it, it's fine.
Ooh, you know what? I'm surprised I never came up with this question. What do you think is an if we just talk about the object as a whole, what do you think is an underutilized object or block in creative, and why?
The most underutilized.
Underutilized could also mean underrated too, as in people don't use it for like for good reasons as well, but has strong potential to be good.
Well, I could throw in the balance board once again,
yeah.
But I do see why people aren't using it. But I would say though, I think the most underused one is those trying to remember what they're called. I think the it's in my head, but I can't remember what's it called. It's those discs. Forgot what they're called, but
which type of disc? Is it like just spinny with the arrows? It's the one with like those windows.
It's the one with the arrows.
The arrows?
Yeah. But like, I do see why people aren't using it. But I do see have a lot of potential. It can be great for saving budget from rotation controllers.
Well,
and you can use it for other tech.
Is it the one with like the white circle with like the greenish circular thingo?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, spinny disc. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Are you about the spinny disc in general, or are we talking about like the over budgeted tile maze ones?
Not the maze. No one should. I actually have an advice for everyone: do not ever use the maze. That goes for the other type of maze too.
Oh, bloody oath. Love to see.
There was that. I remember that bug where it costed like 9,000 budgets.
If I make a survival map doesn't have any warning, how do I fix it? I don't even know what you're talking about with that, Jaden. Not gonna lie. Like, as it's not able to save type of situation.
Oh, I know what he means. So, let's say, I guess, I'm gonna guess. Let's say there's like a spinning thing in the way, but people just don't know when it's coming. So I would do this: use a warning sticker, put a rotation gear on it, have a start delay for it, and then whenever it comes, make the obstacle start moving, and then I think they're gonna start being aware of when to jump and stuff.
Oh, I got you now. I thought it was like a glitch or something. I didn't realize it was referring to the warning sticker. Gotcha. I'm gonna use the mace, says Asher. Oh, I don't think he got it in his head, mate. This little shrimplet, I tell you. Oh.
So, to answer Rebecca's question, I mostly go for the entire budget, 2,500. However, for some of my older maps, I just keep it at 2,000.
Nice. Yeah, I like the underrated question one, because I'm surprised I didn't think about that one beforehand. Because like I always talk to people like when it comes to see the object use, like the beam barrier, I feel like is underrated for its full potential you could use with Because having like something that can like open or close like that, in especially with the use of a button, can be a game changer. Just I see it being used for like the same purpose all the time.
I agree. It did get a bad reputation when it first came out because there was a bug where it could create like some sort of gap for it.
Oh yeah, at the ends of it,
Yeah.
right?
And then like a lot of people were either afraid to use it or they just didn't want to use it at all. So I guess that kind of damaged its usage rate, sort of. But now, ever since they fixed it, yeah, it is pretty underrated.
Yeah.
To answer that question, Gabby, roadmaps I usually go like between 500 and 1,000. Although one of them, I went for the full budget.
I wonder which one that is. I wonder which one. Is it like one where like you spawn and you're like on a giant like spinning tingo? How much budget did that one cost? Like you spawn and the block rotates super duper fast, where you're like, you know.
That one used up about 1,900 budget as far as I remember. Yeah.
That looks like a map with like 200 budget. What do you mean? 1,000.
Don't ask me why.
What? Nah.
It's those speed arches that made the budget go so high.
Ah, okay. Okay. That makes sense. I forgot about the speed arches. Which budget did...
Roadfall, Blueberry Bum. Oh, yeah. The best map. It took about...
Oh, best
I'm trying to remember. Maybe 1,000 budget because it was around the time where I just came up with the idea of the road. So maybe 1,000. Or maybe 1,500. So Drift Drag, my average is actually 2,500, but I was mentioning for my joke maps, I usually go for 1,000 budget. My joke one specifically is 1,000, and then the real one's 2,500.
Yeah, Jaden's got a good question there, because actually was about ready to ask another one that's pre-planned. What would be your favorite and maybe even underutilized objects for decorations and details to maps?
Well, yeah, stickers, because I don't see a lot of people use stickers that much, and they're really great as far as detail goes. Like they're like pretty OP as far as either the coloring, making liquid, giving out warnings, and maybe even art.
Nice. What other objects would you add on top of that for adding details and decorations to maps?
The poles, I guess maybe even the VFX depending on what you're making. And then I would also use obviously the standard blocks. And then I would actually use a few of the decorations that were recently released, but I'd be careful with them because of their budget.
Okay, there's one point I was hoping you'll bring up, but like the shapes as well, can give a lot more depth and a like more natural feeling to your map rather than give it like a blocky feel to it. Or
the shape,
or like an unnatural / rushed looking map too.
From before, I was kind of mixed on the shapes until Imprecise Movement came around, and ever since then, I've been using the shapes.
What about patterns, says Jaden? I'm assuming in relation to like the stretchy patterns.
Yeah, the patterns are also they're like stickers. Are really good.
What is the most detailed map you've made? Asked Rebecca.
Ooh, I have a lot of maps. I cannot really remember or which one has the most detail. Although I do have plenty of maps that have detail.
Would you give some examples that you can think of?
Clockwork Bayside, Jungle Blast, Kraken Chaos, the volcano maps, etc.
Nice. Castle Bypass is our next map. Alright, if anyone needs more time to join, please let me know now, but it's going to get started in 15 seconds.
So I do think this next map we're going to do in particular might be my worst one.
This one is one of your least favorites.
Yes, because I feel like I could have done better in the gameplay aspect. Mostly because that one ending segment kind of made it feel empty.
Oh yeah, because I remember I did analyze your maps on this, and I think this was like, it was still in like the good mark, like there's more positives and negatives, but I think I remember giving this on like the lower end. Like, I don't remember the numbers, but without memeing it, it was like either like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. Now, I'm not trying to meme it, like, I remember being those two numbers. It was more positive, but it wasn't like the usual like 8 or higher I've been giving majority of maps, because yeah, that's what I definitely genuinely thought about the maps.
I've been trying to find many fixes to this map, but I didn't quite demotivate to add stuff or move things. Because I don't know, the gameplay here, I feel like if you have to rely on the speed arches a little too much.
Have you used the Fireflies object, and would you consider it to be useful in what scenarios?
So I have, other than the rain V effect, I've never used any other V effect. But if we're making like a forest map, the Fireflies be really good. But yeah, I could say it can be pretty good for like a Guardian Light effect.
Nice. I'm surprised you haven't done a road map yet. Just to bring back what ABC said earlier, there's only one road map in the mix.
There's only one road map, yeah.
Nice. Well, I just noticed, just then, there was a, you know, there's like one part with the tree, there's like I'm assuming meant to be like a branch type of design that's like spinning around, but the other's not spinning. What made you, like, if you can remember, think about doing like that?
So, that one was actually supposed to spin too, but due to budget and stuff, I had to leave it as B.
Ah, fair enough.
And I think that's one of the parts I was disappointed on, because I knew there'd be a little bit of inconsistency when it came to that.
Yeah, I think it's a drift drag with your question with the budget. ABC, I think she'll answer that earlier with someone's question, and what he mentioned indirectly before, he tries to go for the maximum budget, so I'd assume...
Yeah, I usually always go for 2,500.
Yeah. But that will help me with the question I want to bring up next, because I know you've had interest in this before, and I feel like this is going to be like one or two, maybe another question on top of that too. So I'll do it after I load up the next one. But yeah, well, in the meantime, if you want to read Rebecca's question there.
Have I ever made a Kaiser level? Yeah, actually, I've made one. It's not on the wheel though, because I kind of wanted it to be a casual experience today, but that one Kaiser map is based off a YouTuber. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, I know which one that is. I know which one that is. I remember now. I forgot about that.
You know.
Alright. Because this, I feel like drift drivers we talk about a bit, and I think it brings up a point I want to actually ask. Oh, wait. Did I write the code wrong? I think I did. Oh, yeah. I see where I wrote wrong. Is it this? No, it's not. Okay, yeah. Let me make that bigger then. Oh, it's a 6. Okay. 648. Nice. Slime Riders. Let's go. Like this one. All right.
Oh yeah, I think this is one of my favorite ones.
Nice. Anyone need to join in? I was once feel like we're done with the yapping session with this next one, or like in the middle of ABC's yapping, we'll get into it. What are your, if number one, yes or no? Have you been, whether in the past or recently, been interested with using Crave Expansion Pack or something similar? If so, what would you do if you had your hands on the Crave Expansion Pack?
So, maybe so. I usually had like no intention of using CEP, or like I never really wanted to use it. But I was considering it back in the beach update, to where I kind of wanted to make a survival where it'll be kind of like a 1v1 kind of like a volleyball sort of map, similar to volleyball in some sort of way, but it's kind of like a reworked version of it. I was thinking about using like a 1v1 mechanism where maybe a finish line's involved in case if you win a game, let's say. But I didn't have a lot of motivation to do it, and I kind of left it behind me, so yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. There we go. Yeah, I might have forgot to update the description, by the way. Oh, jeez. That's alright. I'll update it post-stream, most likely. So I feel like this like stream, some people will go back to for advice or just to look at someone's maps, stuff like that. I think like 5-10 people, which is on replay. Oh, this one just popped them in my head. When you've been giving like people's, like, you know, the people out there submit your maps to play, what creators YouTube creators do you remember submitting your like first few maps to?
Ooh, I remember the very first one I've ever submitted to was Mosh, or Outrageous Moshiba for anyone new. But yeah, that was the very first person I've submitted a map to. And then the next person I would do it a lot more often before he eventually just disappeared, and that being Matzo Balls.
Yeah. Oh! I got bumped forward by an invisible freaking field or something. Oh no. Muting stream. Yeah, I can mute myself. Give me a second.
Yeah, actually, Gwen, yeah.
What, if you had to, like, make a, okay, I don't know how to actually rephrase Jaden's question, if you want to read that. Because I feel like I could rephrase that to be, more informative, but I'll see how you read and answer it.
So, okay, basically, if you want to make, like, a village map that is around, like, 50 or less budget, I would, like I said from before, I would use stickers, or I would kind of use stickers along with the pulse, because they're the cheapest ones. So, to answer your question, Gabby, I'm sure, I don't remember how many maps I made it to Discovery, because I don't keep track of Discovery and stuff. But as for Creator Spotlight, none. Nothing in Knockout, nothing in Spotlight, 0.
Alright, beautiful. This is one of the other most changed maps, Rolling Scrap. From earlier.
Yeah, Rolling Scrap was definitely changed a lot, especially the ending.
Oh yeah. Alright. Anyone wants to join in? Your lobby code ENPNV if you need more time. Then 30 seconds. Let me know now, otherwise we'll get into it very shortly.
To add on, sort of, I did have one map in Survival Shuffle back when the Survival Update was around, if that even counts. But yeah, that's it pretty much.
Yeah, I remember, I think my map was the first Crave expansion pack map that made it into the old Digi days. We had those Digi solo,
yeah,
Digi squad ones. It was the
the squad
it was a WWE ladder match one. I was like, how is that in there? It's literally a Crave expansion pack map. Why is it in there? I was like, oh no, this is where I'll lose my account. And well, 2 years later, still here, still GZ.
It was during the terms of service that we were not allowed to use mods, but they still allow it. So, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they've updated more recently, but before then, it was more so for like a competitive advantage or something like that. Because technically speaking, if your account gets quote unquote banned, as long as it's not like a genuine termination, just a ban, they still allow you to play creative on Fall Guys on your own.
Yeah,
so there isn't really much they could do on that behalf. Yeah, maybe they could make you stop publishing, but then they'll have to find a reason in their terms of service for publishing maps to remove it, otherwise it would be an unfair termination.
Yeah.
I think I remember playing this map on Explore, says Lime Moon. You know what? That's actually... Ooh, this is a juicy... Ow! That's a juicy question, actually. What creators that, you might talk to in, YouTube streams or your streams have you found in Explore? And if you want to describe the maps, you can. Whether it's, YouTube creators or people that pop in your streams or people you might talk to in other people's streams.
Ooh, I don't remember, actually.
Don't remember.
I can't remember.
Goldfish. Goldfish. Nah, bro, that's me. Yeah, I've seen I guess I'll answer it a little bit because if ABC can't answer it, I pretty much could. I know I've had Dr. Pepsi's. I had one of Money FM's maps.
That's what the question meant. Oh, I thought it meant the other one. Okay. I think I can answer that one. So, I got in yours, I've got in Pepsi's, I've got in Mosh's a few times. I used to get some of Matzo Balls maps. Yeah, there's a plenty amount of them I got from Explorer.
Yeah, I've gotten Mosh's most popular one. Even Stentric did. I remember that video that popped up. It's like, oh yeah, I know this guy when his map popped up. I was like, oh, that's awesome. I like how he just
erupt on the oh yeah, I know this guy, and then he just plays the map right away.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you remember the incident as I'll talk about that in just a bit. I think you Bloodsport remake and Explore 7 months ago. My one drift or do about ABC. Sorry, I don't know if that was correct.
Didn't you make that Blast Ball remake?
Yeah,
That's
for the Blast
I used to get that a lot in Explore. Every time
I hate that people got that in Explore. People told me they got my Blast Ball remake, and I'm like, that was only for the tournament. I don't know how it has. It's my most third plane map at the moment, and I don't want it to be because I put so little effort into it. But the most effort was
just
I used
that Blast Ball
because with CEP you could put stuff exactly where you want them. That's probably the most effort I put into it because I need to figure out the math on how to put it perfectly in certain the hexagons at certain places.
Oh man.
All right. There was a question that how do I want to ask? I might remember it down the line. So yeah. Cheese, stop breaking them out. I don't even know how I broke the map there, Gwen. Yeah, it was in Discovery. In fact, I think that was around the time where I had 2 maps in Discovery, and I'm just like, why are 2 of my maps in Discovery? Get rid of the Blast Ball remake, please. Keep in Project Boss Fight. That I never finished.
So, I do like using power-ups in my levels. But it depends what I'm making, though. Because the only power I really don't like using is the invisibility. Mostly because there's nothing you could do about it. Like, other than turn invisible, that's it. But the thing with the invisible thing I really don't like is the fact that if you come too close, you could actually see them. Or if they if they like grab another item, you could see them move around. So that makes the invisibility power so bad.
Look at the screen. Look at the screen, ABC. Guys, this is the end of stream. Sorry. Like, yeah, this is what's happening. Yeah. All right, you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you in another one. All right, we're gonna do the one and only road map here, guys.
Oh,
all right, I'm expecting a lot. I'm expecting a lot of constructive questions on this one.
Oh no! Get your tomatoes and pitchforks ready.
I'm not even waiting for people to join in for this one. Trust me, you do not want to join in on this one. Trust me. Be spared. I love the description, by the way, for anyone that read that. You know what? While we're playing this, I think I figured out the question I need to ask, but I'm not 100% sure if this was it. Because it was part of the question earlier, but wasn't fully realized till now. What's an object, etc., that you used to hate using, but you love using now, and why?
So, an object I used to have a huge hate for was either the lily leapers or the lily pads was something I hated using because I didn't think it'd be used. I didn't think, like, how do I say it? I didn't think it could fit in any other level other than a lily leapers copy. But then eventually I actually found success into using them, and to this day I actually kind of favor them. So yeah.
Nice, yeah. I thought I already had this map code, so I just went to double check. Alright, 4547. Oh, we did. Wait, did we? Rolling. Oh, no, this is the course map. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we haven't played this one yet. I thought we did. This is like the map code I remember, but I thought it was the other rolling one that we just played, Rolling Scrap.
Yeah, so this is the predecessor to Scrap, the Rift.
Yeah. And you know what? I guess we're still on the road for this one. Ask a question, because I've heard a lot of creators will like have this type of feeling. What's a map that whether you have uploaded now or not, that you were like happy or proud of, but you're not anymore? It doesn't mean you have a hatred. It just means like you might find it like mid, or you don't like it but other people do type of situation.
Yeah, that could be Castle Bypass actually.
All right.
Yeah, I liked what I was doing with the decorations and stuff, but I was not proud of that gameplay. I know some people actually really like the map, but I just did not like my own map that time. So yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, because basically for my own growth sample, I've got quite a few maps that I feel about that. Some of them I haven't been as vocal about. How much longer are we doing ABC's map? For another 30 minutes, roughly. And then we'll do your guys' maps for the last hour. If ABC needs to leave earlier than that, like after the 30 minutes, he definitely can. But yeah, we try to agree upon 3 hours. Because yeah, keep in mind right now for ABC, it's roughly 12:30 a.m. I mean, ABC knows his own time zone, so.
Yeah, 12:30.
There you go. All right. Guess Scruffy. Guess it's Phasmo for this. Not Phasmo. Phantom for this Fall Guys map. All right. Beautiful. Let's go.
Yes, this is the Phasmophobia map.
Yes.
I can see the ghosts.
honestly, I really should do a remake on Tanglewood in Fall Guys. Like, obviously, you can't spawn the ghost, but I could, like, make the design look like Tanglewood. Would you guys sit there and watch me make Tanglewood on Fall Guys as a member stream? You would?
Yeah, I would.
Yes, you should. I believe in you. Oh, alright. Because I could see myself doing that. I just need to figure out how. I will be a members only type of situation, by the way. Because I wouldn't want... Or Twitch. I wouldn't put it in any other situation. I would see... I kind of want to do like a map making video next month. Idea. I don't know if I'll do it as a live stream or video because I need to do the post for it. But I want to come down later down the line. I want people to submit a map of theirs because I want to do this as a video. But if we do have like not enough, I'll do it as a live stream instead. Then maybe a video of the live replay. But I want people to like submit one map of theirs that they find either at least like mid to very good. And I want to see what I'll try to do with that, like my take on it. Whether it's like a remake, remix of it, etc. And see if I'm able to like improve or be on par with the map. Like if the map is like really good, I want to try to be on par. And if it's like middle of the road, what I would do to improve it or to remix it. Obviously, I'll use Crave Expansion Pack for those to maximize its benefit. But yeah, I want to like try to do that as like an interesting idea. That was actually a flawless run. Let's go, Lyman. You want a survival map, says Rebecca. Let's hopefully it gets a survival map here. Oh, what's your favorite type of map to make and why? And when I mean type, you could be simple, saying race survival, or you could go a little bit more in depth. Like, say, like a hangout or something like that.
All right. So basically, I'm gonna be a little bit detailed here because I do like both race and survival. As far as race goes, I like making competitive race maps, like the ones you see in the main game. But like, it's kind of like the ones you see on round 2 or 3. But I kind of imagine to make it wide but chaotic, sort of. And as for survival, I kind of like the ones I like making any survival map that isn't PvP related.
Nice. What makes you go in the direction of PvP rather than PvE focused survival maps?
So, like I said from before, I'm not really a fan of making PvP maps in particular. But if I were to make a PvP map, sort of, if this answers your question, I would give it like some sort of gimmick to make it harder.
Yeah, nah, fair enough. But I do think like PvE gimmicks can be a lot tougher to make, to balance on difficulty, especially if you're a little bit more confused on buttons and triggers and stuff like that. To be able to increase the difficulty naturally.
But yeah, I personally like making survival maps that do not revolve around fighting others, but rather survive. Oh, okay, I know what you mean now.
So yeah, I should have asked that the other way around. Sorry, PvP focus map. My bad. I said the other way around.
Yeah, my bad. I got mixed up.
Yeah, no, I mixed it up. Anyway. Sorry, guys. My question was meant to be why you prefer making PvE maps rather than PvP focus maps. That's on me.
Yeah. PvE, I like making them more than PvP, is because with PvE, I like it's more skill based. It's like there's a gimmick to it, and there's no way everyone can survive, and most of the time there can be a definitive winner. They're also a lot more eventful than PvP maps, because with PvP maps, if you don't add like some sort of element to it, it can be quite boring. Like, since you're very limited to power-ups, there's just not a lot to offer with PvP. And that's the problem with Blast Lances, pretty much.
Alright. Alright, Gwen has a pretty good subjective question there. I think that I think that like goes in more detail of a question I asked earlier. Well, I don't know about more detail, but more quantity to a question I asked earlier.
So, the pioneers of making creative maps? Ooh. They're, so I would definitely, so I'm trying, there's a few names in mind, but I cannot remember who. Cause I remember Matza Balls already getting into creative on the first few days. Because he literally just started his channel around that time. And then I remember seeing Pepsi basically make a map on the first day creative came out. And then, yeah, I think, or and then I saw Exit was also starting to make maps around the time when creative became a thing. So I guess I could consider those the pioneers.
Hmm. If you guys like to join in, your lobby code is ENPNV. I like to join on in. Your wheel. How much have we got left on here? Oh yeah, we've definitely got more than. I mean, I knew we did, but I was just see how much more than enough left do we have on the wheel. Yeah, thank you, Gwen. That's probably a good thing to point out. So yeah, PvE and PvP for the terms. PvP means player versus player. PvE means player versus event or player versus enemy, like as in like AI type of situation.
If I were to make a PvP map, though, I would also include some sort of event, just to keep things, you know, consistent.
Hmm. Kraken, Chaos, this oldie, but
Oldie but a goodie.
oldie but a goodie, oldie but a goldie. Yeah. Hey, we need more time, Jordan. Others will get started in about 30 seconds. Oh yeah, back to Jane's question. I'm trying to look for his as well. It was a little bit more specific. I think I'll have to rephrase this a little bit because I feel like the way Jane's asked it is more of a simple answer, but the cloud decoration versus the cloud sticker, where would you consider like using those two?
So they're kind of basically the same thing in some sort of way. Basically, if you want to make like a far background skybox sort of, I'd advise using the 2D clouds for the stickers. But if you were to use the 3D clouds, I would put a close, or maybe for winter levels. Maybe even a good replacement for the foam V effect.
Yeah, because I want to give one of Az's tips as well. Like you can use stickers for like a different purpose than what it says on there. And for the clouds, I remember like the stickers in particular, people would use that as like a instead of using like the cloud decorations, they'd use the cloud stickers as a way to like make foam from like a waterfall as well. I've seen that being used as decorations quite a few times. So yeah, I would also like look at using like maybe clouds or stickers in a different way than it specifies as well, because you can come up with some ideas that way. Like for example, right here, ABC uses like the bumpers as like a design for the Kraken's tentacles, rather than use them truly as like a bumper. Like some of these use, you know, the yellow blocks with the blue circles here, but then yeah, you see this one over here with the hammer, and it uses bumpers instead of its traditional intention. Oh, you know what? I got a question in relation to what I asked earlier, but I can see it being used now. What do you think is an object that is overused or overrated? Overrated we could use it in two factors. Either one, you see a lot in people's maps, so in the regards to overuse, or as in people when it's about like making creative levels and stuff like that, they love using like a certain object.
Ooh, I think I'm trying to remember that there is one obstacle that I really don't like, but others use a lot, and I think it could either be the buttons or maybe even the there's just one in my mind. I keep forgetting what it is, but I think maybe those bigger fans, like the ones you stand on. That one I don't have much of an issue on, but I do find it a bit overrated. And then, yeah, the buttons, I see it quite a lot, and I don't like it.
The fans, did you say? Right?
Yeah, the big fans were the ones you stand on.
The platform ones that turn around.
Yeah,
like
the platform ones. I do like them, but I do see it being overused. And then buttons, I just generally hate.
Fair enough. Yeah. As someone that loves using buttons a lot for complicated situations, I get the mean for buttons because it's definitely a harder one to master using. Because it can really break the pacing of your map. There's a lot of times where I know this is going to be ABC's Creator Showcase. If he wants to go more on after I said this, he can. But the pacing of the map can literally break by one person, and a button can definitely be a huge emphasis on that. Because you can press a button to stop people from progressing, to be a troll, etc., etc.
Also to mention, the eggs or whenever you're using the buttons for a hidden trigger, stuff like blocks or eggs can also mistrace their path, leading to a lot of issues such as timing. And also there's another option to the button, which is that trigger zone. And I think the trigger zone is just a way better option than the button.
Yeah. Yeah, the best benefit for a button is number one, the feedback is clear to the player. As in when they press a button, it clicks in. Depending on the map creator, you might see its effect straight away or not. Yeah, number two as well. It's not as complicated as a trigger zone can be. But with a trigger zone, you're saving 10 times the budget. As well.
Yeah, it's really only 2 budget compared to 40.
But depending on what you need, a button can technically save your budget. There's situations in this is probably more for me, but there's situations where a button actually saves more budget for me than a trigger zone, and it's usually when I need stuff repeatedly on and off, but I can't keep object on type of situation. I need to despawn. Or not despawn, but come back up and around type of situation. Because yeah, if you keep an object inside type of thing, the timing can be pretty off. While with a button,
yeah, the button can save you.
And then yeah, the trigger zone, if it's set to if objects left is ticked off, it can despawn the object too.
Yeah.
Oh, not despawn it, but it can.
Well, there's an option where you can despawn it.
A button can turn stuff on and off. A trigger zone, the only way you can do turning stuff on and off is have to tick if object is inside, which can be a bit can be useful but situational than the button in complicated designs.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to say as a summary. Trigger zones, cheaper but harder to use. Buttons, easier but more expensive to use.
Yeah. Yo, Jim, welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. Would you say, Rebecca asked, would you say you made more survival or more course maps? And I'll add on to that, including unused maps.
Well, I'm not entirely sure on that, because I would say 50-50 sort of. Although I think there's a little bit more race, but I could be wrong on that. because I also like making survival, and I kind of lost track of how many survival I made. So there could be quite an amount still left.
Nice. Yeah, guys, if you got any questions you'd like to ask, if it's more general for the course maps or creative maps, or a little more onto specific maps, etc., feel free. Clockwork Bayside.
Yeah, though this
I could
map,
ask the most obvious question, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
So yeah, if you know, you know where the inspiration from this came from.
You know where this started as well. Oh, let's go.
And this map is kind of the reason why this is happening in the first place, sort of.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. The reason this Create Showcase is happening here is because of this, because Tails 2B gave up on this. I remember that. I was like, no, man, we keep playing. And it's like, no, I've barely done anything and stuff. And I'm like, no, come on, man. It's up to you. But yeah, next I have probably, hopefully next month, when I do another, competitive map creator tournament. I'll make sure that the feedback is necessary, because my idea, instead of like the last round taking like, I think I gave you guys like an hour or 40 minutes on this, I'm gonna give it I'm gonna do 24 hours instead.
24 is crazy.
Yeah. So the time I like tell you guys until literally 24 hours later, unless I need to delay it from my end, yeah, you'll have 24 hours on it.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that actually kind of sounds nice.
I can, if you guys want me to discuss it, it can do 48 hours, but it has to be one or the other. Can reference could be useful for creating maps?
Yeah, it actually can. It can be good for inspiration, or in case you're like very low on ideas, you could use reference to another creative map so you can get an idea of what you want to add next, or what you want to make in general.
Yeah, I always say for like, not the newest creators, because I don't think it should be like the focus at the time, but for like newer creators, after you've given yourself like a warm-up, like you finally learned how to use a microwave type of situation, definitely look at other creative maps, or importantly Unity maps. What makes Fall Guys Fall Guys? Try to like get yourself a bit of like the mind of an analysis at the time. It might take a long while, but like think of like 2-3 Unity maps, play through them or rethink through them. Why does it make it fun? And that's usually how early into making maps I was able to really like nail down, because by the time I think it was like the circus one that I made, that circus design, I forget where it is. Even Piston Power Plant was getting there, but I kind of like perfected. I know this is ABC's Creative Spotlight, but just to elaborate a little bit more on this point.
Yeah.
Do I still have it here? Acrobatic Antics. I know I still call it 1. I haven't even made a sequel for it. This is like the point where I kind of really figured out what made Fall Guys like fun, in a certain aspect, personally, and like it's more so it's like physics being like quite different to other battle royales. There's a lot of factors I can't name off the top of my head, but I'll let you guys figure that out, because that's probably the best way you're gonna understand that. Because at the end of the day, even if you make like a perfect map, it's not perfect to someone.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this.
Yeah, because
maps are not gonna be perfect. Every map's gonna have a problem, no matter how small or no matter how big. But there can be a map that it can be a 10 out of 10 with very small problems. But like I said, no map is perfect. But there can be like really good ones, regardless.
I think I've already picked this map. Just double check. Have I? No, I haven't. Okay. 8. All right, beautiful. Yeah, I haven't done Taxi Run yet today.
Ooh, and a good. This is a survival I was proud of.
What would you... Yeah, we're going to talk about a non-creative aspect here. What is one of your, whether you want to talk about multiple, but what's one of your least favorite memes?
One of my least favorite. Ooh, well, there's a lot of bad ones that came out between the 2020 decade. I I don't know.
Okay,
I don't want to say the meme because
start simple. This year. Let's start first with this year.
I don't want to say it, but I know my least favorite is the one that starts with 6.
Yeah, there you go.
That is the most unfunny meme I've ever heard. Like, there is no thought process to it. People just say it just because one other person said it.
Alright. And now back to the more broad one. Least favorite meme.
My least favorite meme?
One of your least favorites.
Well, there is the one there was this one meme a long time ago where that dinosaur used to say yeet, and I didn't think there was a lot of meaning to it. In fact, I kind of found it unfunny, sort of making it quite annoying.
Yeah.
And then another recent meme is obviously the one with the toilet. I'm not saying the word, by the way.
Yeah. Skip it down, ba. I forgot that freaking interest that YouTubers videos went back in the day. But when I first heard that word, that's what I first thought of. Scoop it up, ba. Something like that. And then explosion happens.
I remember the YouTube poop days.
Oh, yeah, man. Alright. My brain rot.
I used to watch a lot of those Cars ones.
When making, or when back in the day, or maybe even more recently, what's the most valuable information? It can be one or multiple. Someone has given you for creative or for a particular map. So it could be like a general feedback for your map making skills, or it could be in like one particular map.
So I guess in a broad sort of way, one feedback I was given is to improve gameplay. So instead of having to go to always go the ambitious route where I mix up the difficulty at times. So what I did was take notes from Unity levels and then apply that same difficulty into my creative levels.
Do you remember in this particular scenario, how or what information they may have gave you to improve difficulty, or was it just a general topic?
It was just a general.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All good. Got a question from Gabby there. It's probably more specific to your community.
What would be the corny saying of this month? Oh yeah, I haven't streamed in quite some time. So the corny saying of the month would be slopness. That's it. I wouldn't think too much about this month, but I think this month was fine overall. But I could come up with another corny saying, but I think this is fine for right now, I guess.
Yeah, can we not go that far with it, Rebecca? I think that time is valid this time around. Like the 6-7, so be it. But if you gotta say that, this is not the right that stuff to be joking about. I don't even know how I'd react if I heard that. I don't think I'll do a timeout, but I don't know how I reacted if I heard that on
No,
cue.
that time I was reasonable. Yeah, I would have timed out for that.
Oh, did I just actually? Oh no, because it's sprint slider. Okay, I'll make sure I've got the Well, I forgot to put the code in. All right, we're gonna do one more ABC's maps after this, and then we'll for an hour roughly. If you guys haven't
Are we
already,
playing
make sure
your
you join the
map?
queue because we'll play your guys' maps. There we go. Just change up the pin message because we'll do one more ABC's maps here. Oh, you know what? This actually relates back to the question from a previous question. This one's probably a little bit, I don't know, direct, but could be more of a broad answer. If I'm remembering wrong, please correct me, but have you said in the past that you weren't a fan of this map anymore? Or something like that? Like you weren't as proud of it?
So yeah, I remember when I don't know, I used to not be proud of this map simply because it was kind of just too. I kind of wanted to go with since it was inspired by that SS3 round speed slider. I kind of wanted to go for like an inspirational, like kind of a twist to it, sort of. And then when I was like seeing people play the map, saying this is too similar to speed slider, it kind of got me like maybe this map wasn't that good. So, and then I get, I'm kind of proud of it nowadays, but at the same time though, if people are like comparing it too much to Speed Slider, it kind of ruins the goal of the map, sort of. But it is kind of supposed to be a twisted Speed Slider, which I do see the comparison to.
Yeah. Got the physics animation. Physics 2K. The memories. I forgot.
No, that's just more memories.
Until just then, seeing that. Not suggesting any maps today. That's all good. And yeah, guys, if you ask me a map, just make sure it is your map, by the way, as well. Because if it is something out there, I might consider playing it, but it depends. But I'll let you know on that. So yeah, one more ABC's maps, and then we'll do your guys' maps for the last hour. But yeah, hopefully you guys have been enjoying this, asking questions, stuff like that. And feel free to give out more questions or maybe in feedback. Join the queue at the start of the stream, let's go drift. So yeah, if you've joined the queue, you don't have a map code in there, I would definitely recommend at this point to find a map code of yours. Egg Royale, alright. In this.
Wait, have you played this one before? Or is it just me?
How do you plan your levels before making them? Or do you make it up as you go along? Oh, that's a great question. Honestly.
Well, let me read the question one more time and then
Depends on the troll map,
come on.
Gabby. Depends on the troll map. Like, as in, is there like genuine gameplay to it, or is it just purely a troll map? Because purely troll map, don't waste the time because we only got 1 hour.
So to answer Jim's question, so first, actually, there's a lot of maps where I kind of just think about it before I make it. But then when I kind of don't have any ideas, I do the other way where I kind of just make it up as I go on.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think we've played this map before.
Well, I guess this is the last one then. Whoops, I must have remembered this from the queue. Yeah. Just save those troll maps, that funsies, for the hopefully the member stream we've got Monday or Tuesday, depending on which other day I don't do the kick stream. Because yeah, at this point it's either going to be Monday or Tuesday, the 12-hour kick stream. Just to mention again, I don't think Muscly Man has gone back to me. So yeah, unless I see the message in the morning, yeah, expect Monday. Oh, I got underneath the map. Let's go.
Oh yeah, that bug.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
I tried. It happened to me before. I tried to fix this like several times, but it just doesn't work. Like, I guess the problem with it is the fact that if you're having like an input lag, you can get through that elimination zone and just go under the map.
Hmm. Bladio. What is a map? It doesn't have to be your best map. Yo, Luna with the 5 mobs. Let's go. Bloody oh. Is that Ashen VC? Yeah, it is another shrimp fella on VC. I'll give you that, Noonie. Want to show ABC something? If it's something in your map, then I would recommend make sure that's the map you got in the queue. Because, yeah, if you've already joined the queue, you'll most definitely have your map played. If you have only joined the queue now, we'll see what happens. Because I don't know how long these maps will go for after this one. But, yeah.
So, because we're doing this map again, I guess I can talk a little bit more about this one. So, I kind of started making this one around the time before the whole castle update happened. Kind of wanted to make something like kind of a vanilla points map sort of, because those were hardly seen back in season 1. So that's what I did, and then I kind of wanted to utilize the whole egg scramble sort of thing, because I know how bad that map was. Kind of made it sort of similar to it, but in the single player's perspective. And this one took me a long time to make because I had to get the eggs correct. I had to get all the eggs to fit in this place correctly, and I had to come up with the timing for the bean barriers. Like, that was really tedious, but I'm glad it works now. So yeah.
Nice. So back to our question. Before we start playing people's maps, it doesn't have to be your best map, but what's the map you're most proud of, or maps if you want to add more than one?
Rolling Rift. I think that's the one I'm most proud of.
Is that the course one? Right? Correct?
Yeah, the course one.
Nice. Still,
actually, as an honorable mention, I'll put the rest of my volcano maps on there because I think they just look visually really cool on the final product.
Nice. Jaden's got like a question that might like help out with his map there. You want to answer that?
I've never really made a fashion show map, but if you wanted to make it more unique, like Die Angel sort of, I'd say add more aesthetics and add like extra features to it. Maybe like a podium, or maybe like a waiting room sort of.
Yeah, before Die Angel updated his map to his current version, he used to have like a whole like play area around like a pseudo basketball court. Had like the crown seat out there and stuff like that. You could like give like life outside of the fashion show. Like originally when I was making one, I haven't really touched it in a long while. I was trying to give like a more old-fashioned 1900s theater type of design. That kind of stopped, so I wanted to make it look a fair bit different in that regards. But yeah, maybe like look up real life, like maybe walkways, real life, maybe what Victoria's Secret is like. Look up maybe old or newer fashion theaters. Could make it like a movie theater. Like look up like ways that will feel different to other people's fashion shows. Because talking about my experience from once I've done analyzing your maps, everyone that wasn't diets and so I think it was gyms too, was way underdeveloped, I would say. And what I mean underdeveloped is that they didn't really focus on the aesthetics, and it was like below the bare minimum. I would also say don't make, unless you're gonna put it in like some very stricter streams, make it in course or points. Don't make it in survival. Because one person can ruin a fashion show if it's survival, unless, of course, there's like no way for people to die unless they just decide to jump off.
Reminds me of Mosh's
Yeah.
fashion map.
Yeah, at least Mosh only does his in his streams, so like he's more strict on his streams, so like that stuff I could be like, yeah, that's good. But yeah, it depends on where you're gonna do your fashion show map. Not queuing today. All good revs. That'd be man. Alright guys, it's time to play your maps on the next 50-ish minutes. If you've already put in the join queue message drift track, like right there, you should be good. Drift leapers, alright.
But it looks like we're finally in the point where we're gonna play your maps.
Alright, and this is a question I've been waiting to ask for a while, and I've been waiting to do it for the playing people section. What do you think descriptions for levels are important? And if you do, how where would you want people to tackle for description? Like what to write in the descriptions?
So descriptions, yeah, I do agree that they play a major part in a level because the description it needs to have gameplay information. Like if you see in Unity maps, it'll tell you like navigate the obstacles or navigate a specific something to reach the finish line. Or if you're creating like some sort of concept map, give a concept rules in the description, sort of, and then also make it clear. Like don't just do navigate the obstacles and race to the finish line. Make it kind of give it some sort of info on it, sort of like make sure it's something the new player could understand.
And on top of that as well, make the words comprehensible, simple. Don't use like too much jargon or anything that's like a lot more complicated. Think of something that's only able to like have a standard understanding of English, because Fall Guys is a game for everyone. Or of simple in your language. Or any languages you utilize, because I do see a few people that use like multiple languages.
Yeah. Also, yeah. Be like what you said. You got be careful with the punctuation and even spelling.
Because even I struggle a bit with the comprehensible language myself. That's one of my struggles. Not gonna lie. Love the aesthetics, by the way, for this map. Like this does generally feel like a remake.
I know it's modded and all, but yeah, this is really cool.
No checkpoint up there. I mean, to be fair, I think I know what this is going for. Yeah, it really gently, yeah, as maybe said, but like considering that this definitely uses modding to its full potential to be a remake. Took me over a year, 2 months to finally finish this. Let's go.
Yeah, it's hard to find any proper Lily remakes, but yeah, this is really good.
Yeah, this is, I'm going to specify modded, because I feel like there's a huge difference between modded and non-modded. For modded one, this is definitely up there for sure. One of my favorites. Could be like a few areas that uses like an extra touch, like right here, for example. I see that this blue platform feels a bit off, poking out, but like, that's like more of a minor criticism rather than like a major factor. But if it's like enough, like obviously not this map, I don't think there's enough minor stuff to like really like put the home, like point the home in. But yeah, there's a lot of like minor mistakes or issues can lead up to something major. I have a view of the old version. Nice. This wasn't modded 2 weeks ago. No, okay. That's fair enough then. Do you like tower type levels? Like anything that, so in regards to like where you have to make your way up or downwards?
I do like ascending tower levels, like where you have to climb a tower and stuff. I like those type of levels.
Yeah, ABC, if you want to describe about it, he has made one from my memory, at least one. Holy crap.
I'm trying to remember, which one did I make? because I can't recall it. I'm trying to remember. I did make a Kaizo. I did mention that earlier, but did I make a tower level? Oh, I did. I did make one where we had to go down. Okay, I remember now. Yeah. Yeah, door tower.
Yeah, the door tower one where you go downwards. I remember that one. That's exactly what I was going with there.
I don't have too much memory of my own creative maps at times.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're all good. Look, there's some creative maps of mine I've forgotten already. I gotcha. Alright. Oh yeah, guys. Just because we've been playing this map for quite a few minutes as well, and it's a shorter base map, if we're able to qualify so I don't have to make a new lobby code, which can eat up extra time, that would be awesome. Obviously, if you make a mistake, you make a mistake, but yeah, try to like finish it. Don't try to go for like world record stuff here, because I'm assuming this map has probably got like a 10-30 minute timer. So if you guys are able to just go qualify, that would be awesome. Yeah, that's all good, Rev. Today would be the best time because I don't know the next time I'll, like, outside of a member stream, I don't know the next time I'm going to be doing creative levels. Thank you, Drift. Oh. Becca going to the left side there. Alright, just need Ratty to qualify. Right, as a remake, I'd pretty much put it as a 10 out of 10. Like, anything I think is like a 9.5 to a 9.9, which I don't think is even towards that. I just give it 10, because, like, those just feel like minor nitpicks to me. Unless it's, like, huge enough, but that it doesn't deserve a 9. But should be higher. So, not higher, but should be, like, emphasized, you know? Yeah, it's that bloody oath of a remake. Honestly.
Yeah, this is probably the most accurately Leapers remake I've seen in a long time. I want to point this out, but I also like how you use the Blunder Beach background, because this fits it pretty well.
Yeah, doing our YZ. We'll be streaming for another 45 minutes. Let's go, Ratty. Yeah. Pretty much, it's like to the T. Like, there's all stuff I pointed out, but like, it doesn't like take away from how much detail, time, and effort was put into that remake. Like, I could look at that and be like, yeah, there was a passion and attention to detail to make that as close of a remake as possible. I don't know what server it is, Yoshi. No idea. Just put it on automatic, then it should be the same as the one we're on. Like, I literally don't know. The only thing I know is that I have under 150 ping, so it's either like US West, Australia, Asia South, I don't know. I never checked the server for this one. Good inspired by you and frequent hair. Gameplays. You as in me or ABC? Me? Oh, appreciate Drift. I'm gonna give it 9.9. Yeah. I didn't notice the finish line was close to the drop pad, but 2. Like I said, like I said before, when it's like maybe like a 9.5 to 9.9, unless it's like really needs to be emphasized. Like at that point, I just give it a 10. Have you ever made a map on console, ABC? And if so, how difficult was it for you?
Well, I kind of made an app on console. I only did it to edit something, but I would say it is easy on Nintendo Switch, because you have more control over the how do I say it? You have more control over the camera physics. But I would say if you're editing a map on Xbox, it is a little bit harder.
Yeah. All good, YZ.
Yeah, but the Switch can be pretty good. Can be pretty good if you're making a map. Switch and PC.
I've only got one alternative account, Rev set. I'm meant to make 2 more for a certain Twitch streams I'm meant to do for video down the line. But I'll talk about that. I've talked about it before, but I'll talk about it later down the line once I'm in the mood to do that. Question for personal experience, like also personal experience and I guess reflection. What traps do you fall when making a creative map? Like when I mean like traps as in like you make a map a bit too difficult, too easy, you generally don't like finish making them, etc, etc.
Well, a trap I do fall into is the demotivation. Like sometimes I'll have so much passion to making a map, but then when you realize like what small detail you're gonna put into that idea, and it becomes like really demotivating, and that's what kind of gets me to stop at times. But that's the most common trap I fall into.
Based on self-reflection, why do you feel like you fall into that trap?
Because it's kind of because I mean sometimes an idea will come up in my head and think it's like a really good idea, like something that's you think is doable, and then whenever you start making a level and then not figuring out what to put out next, and then eventually you'll have like more ideas in your head, and then you'll just move on from that idea that was once in your head, and thus abandoning the project.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a trap I hate falling into, but I just do a lot.
W map cheesy. Let's go.
For troll maps, Revs, I do love making traps. As from Road 15, or one of my troll maps, obviously, the beginning literally has there's like a literal trick where it could tell you to go to that path, and then you eventually fall off, and when you realize you have to go the opposite path. But yeah, sometimes making traps is pretty tempting, especially if you want to test something out.
I think I know what's meant to do here, but I feel like this is a pretty specific skill to conquer here. The next command only works for me. If you want to see where you are in the queue, use exclamation mark position. You can also use exclamation mark who to see the next 5 people in the queue. I'm confused what to do here.
Yeah, I'm pretty lost. I was going the other way, and then all of a sudden I just respawned.
But the death zone.
Yeah.
See if there's like a trick that I can do here. That says bold. That's a question. Yeah, no one's seen my face before, so yeah, you can't tell if I'm
Ooh, I think I found a way.
Well, I don't know if that's intentional or not, but yeah. If you seem to jump off the bottom there, at the end of the slime, go down to your left. You seem to go down here. Yeah, play Gartic Phone. Not on a YouTube stream, and I don't really plan to on a YouTube stream because I know how people could draw and stuff like that. But I do it on Kick and the Discord VCs from time to time.
Yeah, Gartic Phone is really fun.
Yeah, which by the way,
you can play with your friends.
Yeah, so yeah, this is probably the perfect time to drop a Kick link for myself right there. So yeah, definitely the streams are definitely for a more mature audience. Trust me, we discuss more adult themed stuff there. Like not anything like really bad, but like more like topics that a younger audience usually aren't able, that might be less likely to handle. I don't really stream on Twitch. I don't like streaming on Twitch that much, especially if I plan to like get monetized on it. The ad apocalypse that's happening on right now doesn't really soothe me at the moment compared to Kick and YouTube. Yes, YouTube does have its ad problems, but if we the times I spend on people's YouTube streams without a premium account and on Kick, it's a huge difference. Huge difference. Trust me, I would not like. That's why with my ad set on automatic, I set it to low because I wouldn't want to sit there through a certain amount of ads. I have occasionally put it on normal, more so for those Phasmo streams that end up getting view botted, and I notice like pretty much no one there. But yeah, that's really about it because then that like pretty much pays out like a good amount of the ad revenue for that. But I don't feel guilty about it because if I was to do it for say this stream, I would feel pretty guilty about that because I wouldn't want to sit through it. I never use Kick. Yeah, that's fair enough. I like using it because I play music on there and keep it up. Yeah. Even without ticking the 18+ category, and even if I did, doesn't make like the only main difference is ad accounts that people may under 18 can't really view the stream. Yeah. It seems like the moderation that I've got set up and everything still allows me to have it set to what it is while maintaining what it is. Like, I would put our YouTube streams pretty much at 13+. Maybe the games itself might have a different theme, but generally 13+, maybe occasionally 15+. Kick streams are definitely at least like a 16+, I'd say. Don't mention your age, guys, by the way, if you're under 18. If you're 18 or older, I don't care, personally. But yeah, that's the general range, personally. Like, at least the maturity range. Because yeah, Dolphins doesn't mean like, you know, like what you might think of the top of your head. That's like more on the like lovey side or whatever. We mean like, you know, mature themes like mental health, physical health, problems like financial, smooth inside, etc. Like genuine, like strong themes on there that I wouldn't really discuss on as much on YouTube. We'll probably back out of this level because a lot of people are confused on how to progress on this. So we'll make a new lobby because, yeah, Cheesy Guy, that part with the slime is a bit too confusing and a bit too how you go in, I would say. Like, as in, it's not clear to the players because of the invisible slime stuff. So this, will guess, brings me a question. What would you do or use ABC to make the path clear to the player?
Well,
like to progress the level in a natural way.
You could always use, so if it's a puzzle level, let's say, you could always use stickers, or maybe, or if it's like a puzzle or like maybe like a riddle level sort of thing, maybe use like a shape that could symbolize your path. If it's like a normal level, use shapes like arrows to make sure the player knows where they're going.
Yeah.
such as or or maybe even some of the patterns. Those could work. Or maybe signals.
Ooh, Gabby actually give me another question. Yeah, we'll wait for you, Rebecca. Don't worry. Give you 2 minutes to join it in. Stuff. Don't rage. Oh, alright. Oh, this is not... I'm pretty sure this is not his level as well. I mean, I'll still play it, but yeah. But we'll see what happens, because I think we might have to back out of this one too. So just wait for Rebecca to pop it in once they're in. Anyone needs more time, please let me know. Otherwise, we get started once Rebecca's in. Yeah. What? Yeah, this is like a question I've forgot about till now. Until Gabby kind of reminded me. What are aspects of maps that people should consider more? Could be like simple like player count, or could be more complex than even I could think of.
Well, the one thing about that is you should always focus on gameplay and player count. Or not player count too much, depending on what you're doing and stuff, but gameplay is the most important thing to making a level. If the level's gameplay isn't good, then it means the level isn't good. If it's aesthetically bad, it won't mean it's necessarily bad, but gameplay is kind of the reason why simple levels run. Like, it determines how it is. Like, I don't think I need to explain it too much, but a gameplay is just really important to, as far as making a good level or a decent one.
Yeah. For me, it's like gameplay is what makes people want to play a level. Aesthetics is what gives intrigue. Like, it's like reading the cover of a book type of situation and makes your level memorable. That's usually where I put it. Oh yeah, guys, because this is a more difficult level and stuff, usually I don't care too much about grabbing and stuff, but for a more difficult level like this, can we minimize grabbing and stuff? I probably will back out of this level for me, because I played it before and the creator was a bit of a dickhead on this, so I don't kind of want to play this one, personally. But yeah, please please don't make it harder for everyone on this. Usually I don't care too much about grabbing, but yeah, levels that have like more difficulty like this, and where the creator is a bit how you going. I'm not really a fan of like creators' egos.
I'm gonna be really honest. For this one. This is a horrible map.
Alright, and I guess it would lead to my question here. What makes this a horrible map? Like, what can you point out? And if you're able to, because I know that sometimes I'm not able to, what would you do to improve?
Well, first of all, I would get rid of that boom blaster that's in the beginning of the level. That is like 100% RNG. And as for those pendulums, I'd advise like maybe giving some sort of warning that they're there, because they can just come out of nowhere, and you can mess it for timing with that. And the aesthetics are bad, and I do think the gameplay that revolves around this hard map is just terrible. There's a lot of hard maps that have really good gameplay, and this is not one of them.
Yeah, one thing I would like to point out with this, because, you know, we talk about maps analyzing here, that boom blaster is definitely one I was going to point out regardless, but you combine that plus the RNG of the cannons on top of that as well, and it makes it a very frustrating experience where it doesn't feel like my fault if I don't make it through. Rather, it's like RNG or luck, maybe luck base is the word you're looking for if I want to make it through. And the difficulty as well doesn't really correlate throughout. Like, the difficulty, I'd say, for the first half feels a lot more RNG. This part with the axis feels more mechanical, and then the last part feels a lot easier. I did die on it because of my foolish mistake, but the difficulty seems to be like in the most off-putting way possible, as in off-putting as in like I'm not going to experience the rest of the level, because it starts off like very RNG, then it's hard, and then it's easy.
And if I were to give a rating on this one, first rating of the day, by the way, it would be like a 1.5. Like, it's just terrible.
Yeah,
I don't know
last
how
time I played this, it was just to play this
for this
level for
map.
fun. And I'm not trying to put my bias or emotions on the creator when they showed this map at the time. I'm trying to give genuine feedback. I would recommend looking at the difficulty of the map, because I know it's called Don't Rage. I get that. But especially the ending of the map is significantly easier than the first parts of the map. It's like the beginning mostly feels luck based, more importantly the boom blast with the 2 cannons, so I would recommend definitely tweaking that. The axes, I don't mind that personally, but because of the difficulty that happens early on and at the end, it doesn't really flow at all. Like, it feels what we call a difficulty spike. Like, it feels unnatural for the difficulty of that section of level. And the main factor is what happens both before and after it.
It starts off like really RNG, and then there's a bit of challenge in the middle, but then it's just like a joke at the end.
Like, the way I would look, like, you can make later parts of your level easier, but it needs to be more natural than that, because, like, the beginning can be anywhere from the top of, like, think of it as like a graph right now, guys. The beginning, first off, feels like it could be like towards the top, middle, or like the easiest thing because you got lucky. The middle part is probably like towards the top, like maybe 3/4 away, 4/5 maybe with the axes. I wouldn't say it's like towards the top because it's not very mechanical. There's a fair amount of reaction time to it, but it's definitely up there. You're not gonna get like your average Fall Guys player doing that solidly. And then the ending is like pretty dang low. A little bit luck based, but it's manageable though. It's a lot more manageable. So at the end, the graph looks random at the beginning, up in the middle, and down at the end. And I don't know how to explain this, but at best, a great way to make Fall Guys maps for difficulty is to kind of make it like, think of it as like triangles. Like on the graph, let's say the first one is like a smaller triangle, like it like only picks like about a 1/5 of the way there. Then you get like a checkpoint, you lower down, and then like reaches 2/5 of the way there and stuff like that. Like, think of it as like that. Like, you want to like increase the difficulty, bring it down, increase it again, bring it down, and then increase it maybe like one more time for like a big final challenge. Yeah, I forgot to do the description because I was focused on a lot of different stuff before the stream. I'll do the description after the stream is done. Plus, as well, like, I guess that'll help out as well because, yeah. Nah, I just forgot to do it, but I'll do the description after this. It's pretty simple though. Like, if you read the title, like, I mean, create a showcase for ABC's maps. It's simply, well, showcasing his maps, and he's on VC tonight, so. No, we'll go through a Q&A type of situation. The map isn't really hard. Yeah, no, I get you with that. I don't think the map is that hard. It's just yeah, tedious is probably a better word to describe it too. It is a tedious to get through. I think that's what ABC said too.
Yeah.
So I got like locked in there like it was analyzing a map. Sorry, guys. Back to my old ways. Complete these challenges and puzzles to reach the finish line. All right.
Yeah, this is the one we played a little bit back, right?
Oh, is it?
Because Revs did tell us that he is resubmitting that tower map he had with the puzzles and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming it's this one. Oh, it's a different one. Never mind.
Oh, I think I remember giving feedback for this one, and it was like the first room only has like one basketball, but you can play up to like 40 players. So, like, this doesn't really like adjust for player count. And yeah, guys, this was a puzzle level, so make sure we're working together. Please don't intentionally like break or troll stuff. I don't want to like kick people, you know. Obviously, if we're grabbing the basketball, that's fine. You know, to throw it in. But yeah, don't like intentionally try to break stuff like this. You know. Ooh. Uh-oh, this fell over.
I do feel like there needs to be something where you can reset that position.
Or like, oh, damn. Yeah, maybe like a trigger zone or something like by the door, or like somewhere here that like resets the this object. Whoa, what happened there? Right, friggin' flying. I know grabbing physics objects is a bit weird, so it does happen.
Especially when they're light.
Yeah, and when we all have like, some people have like different ping. Yeah, it happens like all the time. Yeah, the hexagon one wasn't as thoroughly designed, personally, to accommodate for the situation like this. But the only one that feels like it was is probably for the ball, but that's because that's easier to accompany. I've actually got you doing that emote for the Four Guys Geoguessr video, actually.
Really?
I do, actually. I don't have a, I don't have like a draft saved for it at the moment, but yeah, like, yeah, I do have you doing that at one point. I think it was the Dizzy Heights one, if I'm not mistaken. Portion of the skit.
This is gonna take a while, isn't it?
We're getting there, but yeah, just because people are doing higher ping and stuff like that, it's just hard to get in there. Maybe just get like 1 or 2 people grabbing it instead of like 4 to 5 people.
Hold up. Because we need to... Okay, alright. I think we're cooking. Hold on. Oh, wait. I think we're getting somewhere. Yeah, this ain't working.
I was hoping to push you through the wall.
We need 2 people to grab that.
Maybe don't stand inside of it as well, guys. Because that seems to not be as helping. Like, maybe I'll move 1 person max in there. Alright, let's go. Yeah, because puzzle levels I would put as... Because even I haven't thoroughly made one. Probably the most, one of the most difficult types to make because... You could easily... Like, there's a lot more factors that you need to reconsider for what can make or break it.
Yeah, especially with the trigger zones and...
Like,
yeah.
One thing I would definitely recommend, if you ever get the chance to, because I would put puzzle levels, unless it's like very simple and cannot really be broken. Or if you have like very simple sections in like, say, a race course or something, like very simple, by the way. One of my favorite puzzle games is Portal 2. I would definitely recommend looking at the developer commentary to see how much time and effort is needed for puzzle levels, because we're getting that like what it can take like an hour and a half to make stuff like that. They put so much time and player feedback and like everything just to make it as fun as it is. Yeah, getting this hexagon reminds me of that freaking very old, I think it was like a TikTok or something, like early days, the square hole freaking one. Like, except that we can't bloody put it in it at all. Alright, I'm not back out of this level. Sorry if we were about to put the hexagon there, but yeah. Of course, I think the obvious feedback is it really needs to consider flipping over shapes like that to fit in there. Alright,
I think that should be a square rather than
I will make it clear right now to the end of the stream. Only maps that you guys have made as well, because that's 2 maps in a row that it's not by someone that is in the, like, you know, in the games or in the chat right now type of situation. I'll close the queue too, because we've probably got about another 20 to 30 minutes, by the way.
Can't believe 3 hours almost flew by.
Alright. I know, right? I'll close the queue too because I don't think we're going to get through everyone in the queue. So I'm sorry if you don't get with your map choice, etc. in the queue. But yeah, we're going to go like an extra few minutes. And keep in mind, ABC, it's 1:40 a.m. So he's literally pushing at the moment. All right, Gabby. What's your level ID, Gabby? Well, sorry guys, but I do have to move on for the next map. There's generally seagulls for real, Goose. For real, mate. See you, Ratty. Have a good one, mate. Getcha. Yeah, guys, don't forget, if you still have more questions for ABC, even if it's with relation to these maps we're playing, his maps or general, like, crave stuff, feel free. Alright, we'll get this one started. So if anyone was still trying to get on through with this, but yeah. We gotta get things going, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'm not gonna have the time. Ooh, alright. I got a question, actually. You there, ABC?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm just listening.
Okay. What importance? Because I do see, like, levels are, like, really solid, but it doesn't hook me in from, like, the get-go. How important, and why are thumbnails?
Thumbnails can really hint out what the map is. And to make a good thumbnail, you need to either... Well, since it's in creative mode, you cannot really use the beans. So, in order to make a good thumbnail, you need to show the most important part about the level, or show something about... show the gimmick of the level, sort of. Or show, like, the most... to you, the most iconic part about the level. And I think the thumbnail on this level is pretty good. It kind of gave me a hint of what the level's gonna do.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like the lighting with some of the backgrounds. Yeah, I get what you mean. Some backgrounds feel like really off to me, especially the LS4 one. I love the future background, but the creative one doesn't hit.
Especially in 2D, and the lighting is so different.
Yeah. I like what's done with the checkpoint here as well. This really does help with like the difficulty of the part, like last part of the map here. I like that ending bit where you got like a small reaction time to race to the finish line. Previously be expanded a little bit more than that, but the way it is awesome.
Yeah, I do like that part. I would say though, it is a little too fast to react to, especially with the limited amount of platforms. So I would give it maybe like 1 second slower, but other than that, it's really good.
What I could see being used, if you want a bit of a tip and trick for that one, is maybe whether it's the slime or the block you're on, probably the slime. Maybe make it a little bit tilted so it looks a little bit more obvious when it's about to rise. So like maybe like tilt it like, you know, maybe 2 degrees to one of the sides. So then you might see it like pop up on the left side earlier. And then it's a little bit quicker to react to. So not quicker, but like a better reaction time to that. But personally for me, I was thinking more like a beam barrier type of situation. Where you like count in your head. Alright, Jaden's map. What's that? Alright, I want to see if it's that. But 8758. Oh yeah, what map code is that, Jaden? By the way, because you are missing a number there. I'll see if Jaden, because I know he put a different map code, but yeah, there's a pop up here. I'll look for Jade's chat activity. Uh, Oh, I just saw what it is. I saw what it is. It's a free here. That was very confusing there. There you go, I found it. Just keep in mind we're only doing stream for like another 10 minutes, Jaden. So you sure you want us to skip yours at the moment? So yeah. The idea of the last part actually was from the Scrapyard update when you can add physics to the blocks. Ooh. Just a cool number one to hit. 6,066. Let's go. Yep. Alright. Too easy. Alright. This next map, once I put the code in, guys, we're going to get this started instantly. Because otherwise, yeah, be here for a while.
We also got about like 12 minutes left, so.
7, 9. Yeah. Like pretty much once it hits 9 o'clock, whatever map we're playing, or after playing, it's going to be the last one. Because, yeah, it's getting pretty late for ABC. Not gonna lie as well, because of the heat wave lately, I'm getting pretty tired early on. Which is good, because I am waking up at like the times I want to. 7, 8 a.m. are generally the times I like to wake up.
Ooh, I remember playing this map somewhere.
Ooh, looks familiar. I've seen something like this. Oh, did I play this for Analyze Your Maps, or was this like a remix of someone else's? I'm pretty sure this is Jim's one, actually. But I could see another name on top of this as well. That's the worst part about this. I think this actually is just generally Jim's map, but my mind is like playing tricks right now. Oh no.
I guess one thing I can point out about this map is more of a criticism, but I think there isn't a lot of there's not a lot of space to move around from, so it does make some of the platforms pretty tight. And I feel like it can kind of ruin the gameplay in some sort of way, especially with the chicken power-up. So I would make some of those platforms a little bit wider, or maybe give it a little more variety.
I'll just need to see what the player count is like personally, because if it's like a 10 to 12 player count, like a fight finale, I get ABC's point of view 100%. I'm generally satisfied, but if it could go up to like 40 players, yeah, it could be a bit like too small. Like if there's a fair bit more budget, maybe what you could do for like some of the outer platforms or something like that is maybe maximize using out the hexagon tiles to like give more room that gets smaller down the line. So like maybe like those like orange like square boxes you see throughout, maybe it could be like hexagons around it. And then after, I don't know, let's say 30, 60 seconds, whenever the slime first goes through, it's already gone or about to disappear. So then, yeah, after like the second or third rotation, it is smaller. Done with the changes. All right, we're going to play Jaden's map. And then we're going to go next. And then that should be the last one. afterwards. So yeah, I do apologize for anyone else that's on the queue after this, but yeah, I'm assuming that I pretty much got everyone that at least the first time they joined the queue before we started this segment. W Revs. Alright, thank you, Nightbot. Not connecting to the server properly. Alright, we'll give you guys 30 seconds and then we get started. If you did ask me where, so I do apologize, but we do gotta go through this. I'll see what it is. I could try to push for one more after the next one, but it really just depends. Oh, okay, there's only 2 more people in the queue after this. Alright. I'll do yours first, Revs. And if we have time, we'll do drift drags. Okay? I just gotta consider. And there's another example right here with the thumbnail. Like, looking at this has already, like, hooked me in. For example.
Wow, those looks really good.
Yep.
See, thumbnails like those could really hint out the map perfectly well.
Yeah, bloody hell. Some random flippers back there, okay.
I don't mind it, actually. I mean, it is only the start of the level. I would add a little warning with that, but it's fine.
Yeah. That caught me off by surprise, that's why. Ooh. Yeah, you can walk up easily anyways after they've been flipped. That's probably maybe ABC could like answer that because I don't really play Creator Spotlight or Explore as much. Yeah, no, this looks so nice. But
I don't know too much about Creator Spotlight in particular, but yeah, I heard they stopped updating it ever since that whole drama thing came around, and yeah, I don't know.
Aesthetically wise, that looks great. Gameplay wise, I'm assuming you're working more on that, right? Jaden, or is that the essence of it? Nah, we'll play your one. We'll play your one first, Revs, and then if we have enough time for drifts one, because like, yeah, not mexed far out. At least it's not Nexy. Oh, the man says like Reese Smith spelled that back in the day. Aesthetics is pretty much a 10. Gameplay wise,
I do think there could be a little bit more gameplay, but yeah, I do love the aesthetics.
Yeah, I feel like when I was playing for that like the description says race to the finish line. I get that. Makes it feel a bit Fall Guys. But with a description like that and stuff, it feels a bit like underbaked so far to say. I feel it should be like... The first half is fine. Second half, it feels like the first half just with a split path that doesn't give as much of a difference there. Except for splitting up the lobby in half. Alright, Drift Jack didn't even drop a map code there. So if Drift does come back, he can drop a map code. Just, if he does drop the Drift Leapers, we'll, wrap it up as we load it in. I'll give you 30 seconds, YZ, because we do got to get to this last map. Because, keep in mind... Thank you, Drift. Because, keep in mind, for ABC, it's almost 2 AM. And he's, like pushing through right now.
I also have to get up early for tomorrow, so...
Exactly. So yeah, consider ABC as well, guys, for this. He wanted to start this at first, it was like 10 PM, but he had to push it back to 11 PM his time. As I gotta also stay on his accord too. Ooh, alright, that description really hooks me in right there. Alright, 10 seconds, Yoshi, otherwise I can't wait any longer. What's wrong, Jaden? Feeling tired? All good, mate. If it's it, I didn't hear you. All good, drift. Alright, sorry, man, I gotta get this started. It's crazy that we only got like a 5-hour difference. Like, it's like, feels like a 5-hour difference, but really it's a 19-hour difference.
Oh, I think I remember this map. I remember playing this somewhere, but I can't recall where. Maybe it's an Explorer. Not sure.
I don't ever played this exact one, but by the looks of things, it reminds me more of Ferrari's version of this. He's more so DMG streams at the moment, but it used to be like a real sweat back in 2023 Mosh streams. He used to go like the gold singular color, stuff like that. I guess I'm just gonna... No! No! Oh! Bro, I was gonna fall underneath the gap there.
Oh no! The boat started splitting apart.
Oh, that was... I'm surprised that bug is still there. Well, not surprised, but annoyed. That bug is there where you can grab on top of bollards. Like, it doesn't make sense.
I do got a quick question though. Is there a way to cheese the map if you stand on the platform, or is there like slime that eventually just consumes it?
That's the question for you, Revs. Is there like anti-camping measures for earlier parts of the level where you go for the hoverboard or nah? Or hoverboard equivalent? Is that the same code? That's okay. Alright, last map for the stream, guys, and then we'll be wrapping things up. Appreciate everyone that's popped in. Absolute legends. Can we all take a moment to thank ABC as well for his showcase here. It's definitely been months in the making, especially my end. Needed to come around to doing this. Yeah, here we are. So I'm hoping when I do something like this again in the future for someone else, you guys might expect what's coming up. So yeah, bloody oath. Alright, 30 seconds, guys. If you'd like to join on in, and then we're going to get this started. Because it's about to hit 9 PM for me, and more importantly, 2 AM for ABC. Alright, 9 PM here. Let's go. Good luck, everyone. This has definitely been one of my more watched Fall Guys streams in a long while. Gotta thank ABC Poppy and stuff like that. Like, I know when I've seen 100 views per hour on a Fall Guys stream of mine in like the past few months. But the only time that I could see it being like that a bit was during the 24 hours, the first 2 hours when we did the Fall Guys. And then after it kind of like dropped again. Oh, you know what? Here's another question as well, because I'm pretty sure except for one last question that I prepared. What other games have you played its creative mode and put that knowledge into Fall Guys? Like, for example, maybe you use like creative mode in, I don't know, let's say Skate, and there's like knowledge in that you put into Fall Guys.
Well,
It could also
Well,
be creative mode for games, by the way. It doesn't be like, you know, creative. Like maybe say you made like Minecraft obbies, for example, and you put that knowledge into Fall Guys.
Well, I could say Mario Maker 2.
Yep.
I guess that's where I started. Applying some of the gameplay stuff into Fall Guys, and then I also took note from aesthetics and I guess gameplay in general. And yeah.
Yep. Nah, same here. For me, my skills for making Mario Maker 1, some degree in 2, but I never really uploaded any levels on Mario Maker 2. Well, yeah, just Mario Maker 1. Put some of those like skills into use for Fall Guys here, and I used to make creative levels for a bunch of different games, even ones that don't really overlap with Fall Guys, the like platformer, battle royale type of genre.
Do the door or do those barriers ever close in for this map or no? Because if it doesn't, then I do see that as a problem.
Excuse me. Yeah, maybe I should go back with making like Fall Guys maps or like creative expansion type back maps on Fall Guys member streams, because they'll really motivate me to keep making them. Because like a 1v1 turmoil like type of map I do want to make down the line, where you keep racing backwards and forwards, and every time you do, it makes like new variations that like either make a unique type of difficulty that comes together, etc. And I think it'll be like pretty awesome. Like the variations don't really like add much on their own, but once they start coming together, you'll definitely feel the pinch. Oh. Was this map made or potentially had like
I'm assuming this was made before. I was assuming this was made before the movement gear.
Hmm.
Or like you said, maybe before when you switched to creative expansion.
Yeah. Because I know Drip Leaf has been made creative expansion, so I just want to ask about this one too. Because yeah, potentially creative expansion. Obviously, don't have unlimited. Well, you quote have unlimited objects, but not unlimited to save. There could definitely be like a lot of things that like remake that. Because yeah, I've got an idea for a video I want to do, making a creative expansion, and then once I do that, I want to ask like the audience, like a community, a map that I have to like remake, and I would like choose like a few of the ones I know I could remake or remix, etc. Alright, well, that's the last one. And for the final question, ABC, at least from me, if anyone else has more questions, let us know. Let ABC know as soon as possible. If you had to give the creators in our chat one thing to take away from this stream, what would it be?
Maybe always know what you're gonna make and make sure that idea applies and works out well for when the level's finally complete. Or always check your gameplay, always have good aesthetics, and make sure you also have fun when making maps, because that's what it's all about.
I want to add one more thing, because I know ABC will agree with this. Something that I don't think we've really touched on as much to stream, like maybe like, you know, dipped in the local pool in with this. Consider player feedback.
Player criticism is important. Yes, and I feel like as long as it's not toxic criticism, like your level sucks or man, this level's trash. You could say the level's bad, but you can also point out the things to it. And as long as you listen to criticism and not take it as an offensive thing, then you should be good as a creator.
Yeah, because that level, the one that we all were like, yeah, this level has a lot of like major problem stuff. That guy's like ego at the time was on the higher end. And that's why I kind of had like a distaste at the time for it too, because for me, like, there's definitely a more famous case if you were more so Mats's community about the guy that was like taking people's maps and stuff like that, being very egotistical about that. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. But yeah, people that aren't able to, there was someone in my community that was like, let's quiet, but once I gave him some suggestions, they like all turned sour, and I was like to them straight up, just like, if this is your reaction to a suggestion that you take on board, then don't be a map creator. But yeah, you don't have to apply someone's feedback, but definitely listen on in, because a player would know, will give you the most valuable feedback for your map. Then yourself.
And if you don't, to add on, if you don't think a criticism is valid, then it's fine. You can explain to them why it's wrong or something.
Yeah.
But maybe think about it. Like, take it as kind of like positive feedback, sort of.
Sorry, Victory Logan. You might have to remind me of your regular username if it's been a long while. I don't remember. We usually have, we do have a good amount of Logans in the community, someone with that type of name. So you might need to talk, you might need to emphasize more on that. There's usually a lot of people I remember, man. So I do apologize. But yeah, I don't remember you, unfortunately, at least at the standard level here. Oh yeah, Alex had a question, by the way.
Am I a robot? Yes, I am. And next question, for Revs. So my favorite map, we played the stream excluding my maps, was that Holiday Dash map and Drift Drag's Lily remake.
For real, Jim. For real. Yeah, Logan. Don't take it as what I said, like, badly. Because, like, I've got a lot of people I need to remember. And there's a lot of Logans around. So you might need to be more descriptive. I tried checking your chat activity, but it won't load for me. So, and I tried checking your username, and I don't know anyone that was called No More YouTube, you know? So you might need to go further than that.
Do I sing the alphabet? When I was a lot younger, yeah, but of course, not today. I'm a grown man now, so yeah.
Yeah, he's on the beers, guys. Bloody oath. Oh, that explore while on the beers was amazing. I love that stream, guys. Can we hang on, let me drop, oh yeah, exclamation ABC, yes, before ABC. Far out. Can we show some love for ABC as well? I'm gonna pin that message there. If you guys do enjoy like his vibes as we've talked about here, he's definitely more on the mature themes and stuff on his channel, so just keep that in mind as well, more on the humorous side too. Make sure yeah, to check out his channel, and yeah, check out his streams when he does come around to streaming. I think that's a huge takeaway, guys. He will be able to help you out with creating maps too. He does do a good amount of, I don't know about a lot, but like he does do a good amount of Fall Guys streams when he's able to. And plus other games. I don't know if you have done any other games lately, by the way. But I know you have in the past. Have you considered doing like Clash Royale streams and stuff like that?
I used to do a lot. Actually, when the channel started, I used to do Clash Royale streams. And then I kind of moved away from it because it wasn't getting a lot of views. So I went to Fall Guys. And then I started getting more views from Fall Guys, so I started pumping out more of them. And then now, as of recently, I might just go back to class streams because the current state of this game is pretty bad.
Yeah. Alright. You want any final saves before you hop off, or you just want to yap to the audience so you need to hop off?
I will say, I do wish there was a few other maps I wish we could do today. I do want to. There was Wave Washer. I kind of wanted to do today, and that one city map I made. But other than that, I think we did most.
Yeah,
and I sure say it was a W stream.
Especially the road.
Especially the road.
Oh jeez. Yeah, no, it's an amazing stream, guys. Appreciate the 17 likes as well. Absolute legends. Well, yeah, and like I said, this is probably the most, like, I haven't had 100 views at least per hour. It could change after this. It might drop down a bit. Like, 100 per hour on a Fall Guys stream in, like, months. Excluding, like, 24-hour stream segments. That's an exception to the rule. Oh, appreciate it, Alex. Empathy would agree with you on that. We probably have one anyways. I don't know. I don't really check anymore during on streams. W guess? Yeah. I don't know. I just picked him off the street. You know?
Yeah, I'm from the streets.
Alright. Get you, ABC.
See you, Asta.
Get you. Nah, that was awesome, guys. Bloody oath. The next time I'll probably do Fall Guys. So, tomorrow, guys, I am not streaming Fall Guys. But I will put a post out about 3-4 hours before it starts. And when it does start, I am doing a collab with Gabby for a concept of his. Originally, I was going to stream with him, but considering the concept of it, I think it's best if one of us streams. And of course, it's his idea and everything. I'm going to give him the honors to do it, but I will be on VC with him unless something happens on his end. But yeah, make sure you do check out his link there. Now, the thing is, I don't know when it's going to start because he did tell me something earlier. And I think I need to make Geometry Dash my stream first, and then put time for his Fall Guys collab for later. Bloody F, indeed, ABC. So yeah, make sure you also check out Gabby there, because yeah, tomorrow, I don't know what time yet, because it's 9:13 p.m. for me. It's either gonna be 1 p.m. or like 6 p.m. or something like that. I just need to reread what he wrote down. And if there's any changes, because, yeah, I'll figure it out shortly. But, yeah, if you see Geometry Dash for, like, around this time tomorrow, then it's earlier. And if you see Geometry Dash pulled back a bit, like, in about 15 hours from now, then his collab is going to be later. So I'll make sure to post it, stay accord to that. Gabby's channel does not exist. Yeah, that's right. He's on the second channel, not his main one. I have to get the link of that. That's alright. Yes, I was about to time out Nightbot. Alright, guys. Let me fake that beyond supporters one step further as well before we wrap up. So, yeah, Fall Guys. Tomorrow I'll be collabing with Gabby. Besides that, the members, we'll do it either Monday or Tuesday. And a genuine Fall Guys stream will probably be either on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I'm going to say at this point it's going to be Christmas Day. So yeah, Drift Drag now on 39 gifted for the month, and Luna with the 5 months. All right, I think that wraps up things before I go on a massive yapathon. Y'all have a good one, and